Never.
Big words, but it feels like it's showing as well with how dominant you guys. And as your reward for winning and going to the grand finals, you guys get to help me with picks and bans for the next series as we jump into
sweet. We get to, like, predict and stuff?
Sure, yeah. You can provide analysis. You can do whatever.
Priest.
So.
I would ban Priest, yeah.
Priest is gone.
All right, well,
ban Priest twice.
Oh, and there it is.
Solid analysis, guys.
I'm expecting Druid, but one team might copy us and ban Warlock.
Which one would do it?
CompLexity. Or no, Liquid.
Liquid's the net.
Nope,
Wait,
CompLexity banned it.
Wait, CompLexity copied it?
CompLexity banned Warlock away from Team Liquid.
All right,
and Team Liquid banned Druid away
CompLexity's
from
most likely
gonna win.
to.
All right, well, what about the exclusions? I need some predictions on the exclusions for
Shaman.
these
Shaman twice.
Shaman bug.
Shaman twice.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look.
That is what we did.
Nope, Hunter twice.
Whoa.
So, quickly, what are your guys' thoughts on the Hunter exclusion over Shaman?
They must have gone back to their hotels last night and figured out some weird stuff. Hunter's definitely been on the downtrend since day one. Like it blew up, and then it's kind of like, oh wait, there's other decks.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks guys, and congratulations on your win. We'll be seeing you tomorrow in the grand finals. But for now, let's send it over on the stage with Dan, who's waiting with our next two teams.
Thank you very much, TJ. I'm joined by Tyler from CompLexity. Just go ahead and talk to me about what the past, let's say, 12 hours or so was like for you preparing for day number 2.
Well, actually, when we came back to the hotel yesterday, we were planning to prepare, and then Good just fell asleep. And then a little bit after that, Crane also fell asleep. So we woke up around 10 p.m., I think, and then we just pulled an all-nighter, basically.
Oh, wow. So you guys haven't slept since late last night?
We slept a few hours, yeah.
Okay, well, we have some energy drinks for you in case. Don't fall asleep. Let me know. Production can help you. Good luck in your match. I have Team Liquid here, Show. This is a position that you guys were in similar last season. Why don't you talk to me about, did anything change yesterday? What did you guys do after your match?
Well, we looked at the match, and we really, right after, we got some food and talked about what happened in the match, and tried to figure out what we could do better for this match. And I think we really did much better for this time. And I think like Lul probably had the best decks yesterday, so we probably low rolled with the team we faced the first round.
Gotcha. So you're feeling unlucky because you faced the strongest team in the tournament. But one thing I want to point out is that there was a difference in bans. Do you feel like that gives you the edge, or do you feel like there's still too much unknown because of resubmission?
I'm pretty confident with our bans still. I feel like our strategy is still very good. I think that's the best one.
All right, we'll see if the difference ends up making a difference. Let's head over to TJ and Frodan at the desk.
Thanks very much, Dan. And some funny words from Show there, realizing that they're sort of in the loser bracket because they got the unlucky end of the stick for yesterday with their opponent in Team Low, who seems to be the obvious favorite. But Dog will be piloting Warrior Druid for this match, Show on Mage and Rogue, and Fino on Shaman and Paladin.
Yeah, Fino is a player that was pretty outspoken about the fact that they feel like they got outplayed yesterday. There's like, you know what, we just got outprepared and outplayed. Those guys definitely had our number, and Show even just confirmed it in an interview with Frodan. So it seems like things are looking up for Team Liquid. They're very positive. They're saying, you know what, CompLexity is way less strong of an opponent, at least just for this tournament, than Team LoL.
Yeah, but CompLexity said that they prepared a lot, even sacrificing sleep for it. So Crane, Mage, and Warlock, Mr. Good, Rogue and Paladin, and Tyler, Shaman and Warrior. We'll see if that paid off, or if potentially their lack of rest, we'll get to them when it comes to the decision-making portion, or if the decks that they brought can carry them to the finish line. But again, team that loses this match is eliminated from the Trinity Series finals. So this is a big deal.
Absolutely, and that is the sole American, I believe, that you're looking at with Dog on Team Liquid. Everyone else is a European on stage, which you have to wonder if the fatigue will get to them, because that is something that these guys were talking about: jet lag, exhaustion, fatigue. What are you giggling about?
It's just Dog wearing his boat shoes, sockless, propped up, eating his apple.
Dog is a boat shoe gamer. Just want to point it out. He wears boat shoes everywhere he goes, and he looks damn good while doing it.
Yeah, that's right. I don't think I've ever seen him without the exact outfit that he has on right now. Boat shoes, jeans, and a Team Liquid jersey is the only clothes I've ever seen Dog wear.
That is the dog.
In person, yeah.
That is the dog. Do want to, speaking of looking good, I want to give a shout out to our stage manager, the guy who created the setting for the Kobolds and Catacomb stage. Really nice touch. I like that we at Trinity Series, or just in general, a lot of the ESL productions, really trying to go all out for the decorations. Like Wilds, the Wild set was really cool too.
Yep.
Yeah, that's real gold bars behind them.
Yeah, real gold bars.
I'm planning on taking those and trading for some bitcoins.
They invested, roughly $10.5 million in real gold bars to use on the Trinity set. So,
right.
And also the banners is just a nice touch for each of the teams.
Right, that's true too.
And they frantically have to change those out in between matches.
I will say that there's actually some serious weaponry. Like we actually can open up a little blacksmith armory going on here. Yeah. Like a couple of the weapons obviously are play toys. The sword that we're using as a mic, the sound bringer, if you will. Yeah. But there's a couple of like real axes and swords like in the little barrel. You gotta be careful. There's some sharp stuff.
Yeah, and even the banners are dipped in liquid gold. The edges of the banners. So. Just overall, a fantastic place to be.
And if you are wondering if we are stalling, you are correct. We are stalling and waiting for game number 1 to begin in just a second here. I do want to also give a shout out to Admirable. If you guys are also wondering, he's supposed to be casting this series, but he is not feeling well.
Send him your best wishes.
He lost his voice last night while feeling sick, but he was a trooper yesterday. He still casted the entire day double match.
Yeah, I am happy to take the double shift to cover for our good buddy.
Yes, so let's go into game 1, Shaman versus Rogue. Rogue, a class that people are looking to start off very often with. And, Team Liquid may have made that slight read, saying we'll probably hedge a little bit. Shaman is maybe slightly advantaged? No, has a slight advantage against Rogue.
They're slightly advantaged.
Lee.
Yes.
Against Rogue.
That's right.
At best. I mean, the percentages and the theory tends to fall both ways depending on who you ask. CompLexity picks up the Keleseth on 2. Is that going to be enough to just have them win the game? They do have a double backstab hand, which is not what you want to see off of Keleseth.
And they also did hold on to Swashbuckler on turn 1 because they want to be able to pull out the patches that's buffed from Prince Keleseth. And they do risk drawing the patches with the next couple of draws, but they're willing to take that risk in order to get a stronger board presence, a stronger swing potential.
Here's the problem, though. Like CompLexity has a double backstab hand, which means they don't have actual minions, and they don't even have a real play on turn 4. Team Liquid has not only the ideal setup with early game tokens and Jade Claws, but they also have that Corridor Creeper, which is going to get cheaper and cheaper to really set up their own tempo swing. So even though Keleseth on 2 quite possibly could be the highest win rate card in Hearthstone for played on curve on 2.
Yeah.
You don't win every game, and this could be one of those games.
Sometimes it floats around 75 to 80%.
Yeah.
As a card that's kept in the opening hand or drawn to be played on turn 2, which is insane. You do have to make the sacrifice of quote unquote weakening your deck by not playing 2-drops. For Rogue, there's arguments that it's not too much. You lose Eviscerates, and oftentimes Galactic Crawler as well is a great 2-drop in some metas. But I think Rogue is the class that can sacrifice the 2-slot the easiest because a lot of times they dagger up on turn 2 anyway.
Right. It's a much bigger sacrifice for some other classes that have 2 mana cards that they would love to use, but for Rogue is not really the case. CompLexity does pick up Tar Creeper, and it's going to be a 4/6 on the Shaman turn, which is very hard to get through, considering that Team Liquid will be overloaded. But it is perfect for a Flame Tongue Totem to come down, which is very scary for CompLexity, because then the Flame Tongue Totem will be able to get some nice value trades. But if the Flame Tongue Totem comes out, are you feeling okay? Because you have the patches that comes out to answer a lot of the board.
Yeah, I don't think it's too bad. I think CompLexity should be pretty happy with their spot here because every minion that they're going to draw has increased value. And they also have the backstabs in their opening hand. What?
Rune Spear. The new Shaman legendary weapon that casts a random spell every time you swing with it. A lot of people chalked it up as terrible, meme-worthy.
It's actually
only seen on Trollden, but maybe we get to see it in Trinity Series. Let's go ahead and listen in.
Just go with Corridor Creeper, no Firefly.
So this trade happens, right?
Yeah. I think we want to save coins, so if we hit, we can play Corridor and Firefly and save coin. Could be nice if we get Doppel Evolve or something, right? And also Stonehill might get that like Alekir, so we can coin it.
We curve out pretty well. I mean, the weapon is kind of relevant. I'm just not sure.
Yeah. I think it could be relevant, right?
It's not very relevant if we don't have another minion up, right? Like,
it doesn't kill anything.
It doesn't kill anything unless unless we have the Firefly up, but we can't play the Firefly unless we attack. So.
Okay, so you want to attack, play Firefly, Creeper?
Yeah, I'm down. I think it's just fine. I think it's good. Kind of gets punished by Tar Creeper that's buffed, but they have to top deck it, right?
I mean, we can still kill it.
Tar Creeper that's buffed?
You mean we can't kill with Jade
Lightning?
Lightning?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jade
sure.
Lightning trade would be fine, but...
Should kill it.
As always, say evolve for something, right?
Yeah, let's kill it. I mean, evolving it is not that... We have like the backstab Slayer, but yeah. We got the killer set effect, so...
Yeah.
We will draw like some sizable minions this game.
He still has a coin, right?
Yep.
No, they can't kill it, so we just Flame Tongue after. So it's just Stonehill, Flame Elemental.
Stonehill on the left, right?
On the...
Yeah. But, so next turn Flame Tongue plus potentially Jade Lightning?
No, far right for Stonehill, because if we go with Barnes, we want the Flame Tongue shuffle.
Oh, yeah.
So it'd be Stonehill far right, and then Flame Elemental far left. What are these cards? I don't know what half of these do. Hungry Eaten.
Maybe that's not so bad. We don't have that much value in our hand.
It's pretty
now.
bad against Wild Spine.
You want Hot Spring? Or do you want... It's between Hot Spring and Hungry, right?
Yeah. But Hungry Eaten is bad against Wild Spine.
I mean, so what? Like,
yeah, I kind of like the head. I'm down with that.
Alright.
No, me neither, dog. I don't know half those cards either.
I like Hungry Etten just in concept because, 6 mana Ancient of War is pretty good. Although the 5 attack does versus 4 makes a big difference, given that a lot of things have 5 health. But I guess not really the case with this game because Kelseth came down.
Yeah, and Wild Spine Slayer is going to come out on a Stonehill Defender, which means Hungry Etten can come down.
Right.
And wreak some havoc on this board, potentially.
They know one card was a Swashbuckler card, so that has to be Shadow Stepped if it gets dealt with.
They can get, what, Stubborn Gastropod?
Yeah, they can get a Poison Minion, like Stubborn Gastropod or Patient Assassin.
Yep.
That'd be disastrous.
There's also some that just have extra attack, like if they get a 3 attack that they can't fit into.
Here we go!
There's a lot of things that get punished, but a lot of ones that are just incredibly inconsequential. So let's take a look.
That's normally pretty good in a lot of scenarios, but Rogue has no spells, so now they just have Cairn Bloodhoof. Given that CompLexity didn't have an early game curve outside the Kelseth and the Swashbuckler, they actually had a very good amount of plays leading into this this Cairn. And now I'm actually really excited for the Rune Spear because I haven't played Rune Spear, but I assume that it's discovering spells from your class.
Yeah, because usually discovers class and neutral only. Actually, all the time discovers class and neutral only, and there's no neutral spells. Yep. So it would have to be class only. And it casts it with random targets, and then that includes your own targets, any legal target. So it could be quite crazy, but you could also just use it to get AoE a lot of the time.
Yeah, there is instances where you only can discover within a set range of things, like if you steal a Hydrologist, you end up discovering Paladin Secrets, or things like that nature.
Yeah.
But it's just one of those things where I haven't tested the interactions. Seems like most people in the chat, by the way, feel like Temper Rogue is favored. So this, I mean, I think given the new tools in the expansion, they could be on something, or maybe they're just evaluating that who is favored right now.
Who's favored right now? Yeah, I think that it might be a little bit of bias there. If Team Liquid had a huge board and CompLexity was struggling and didn't draw Prince Kelseth, maybe just pull it the other way. Yeah, but again, when the poll pops up on the left side for people that may just be joining us, Meta Report polls or other polls, type in chat just whatever option you want to vote for, exactly as you see it on screen. So either Tempo Space Rogue or Evolve Space Shaman to get your vote in.
Same time, Jade Lightning's a pretty good turn right now, just to shut down the Vile Spine. You are afraid of the Bone Mirror, but force them to have it. You know that one of the cards is discovered. And this is a problematic wall just to get through.
Yeah, I mean, they do have a reasonable way to get through it. They can trade over Flameswing Totem after they dagger and Karen, still be able with a 4-5 at 3-2. And now, at this point, a 6-6 Edwin. So they're still going to be really far ahead on board with a Rune Spear to follow it up.
7-7 Edwin, actually.
Ah, yeah, 7-7 Edwin, you're correct.
It's just one of those things where all those stats have been piling up.
Yeah. 3 mana 7-7.
Need that devolve.
I mean, that's, you know, basically like a 5-turn OTK that they got going with them right now. But let's go ahead now and listen in and see what these teams are thinking about.
All right. Doppel Jade Claws.
Do we have time to play like Mana Tide? No, we don't.
No, we don't have any time.
We have a 2-turn clock pretty much.
Yeah, we have to play Doppel this turn, I think, and we bump into the 1-2, and then they only have 3 minions, so they can't really full clear. And if they're wasting time clearing minions, we might be able to come back somehow.
Yeah. I mean, if we draw Evolve, it's probably still fine with Barnes. We'll have like
exactly.
decent outcomes, right?
Yeah.
Positioning doesn't matter.
I think you want the Doppels in the middle.
Yeah.
For trading. I don't know. I don't really know.
I don't think
it really matters. Yeah.
Like face like this, right?
Yeah. I think. Yeah. So they have 14 right now, so we're at 10. But they have to trade because they'll be scared of Lust. We'll see.
Yes. Or it's a 2-2.
Yeah, you want to play around Thrall, right?
But we can clear these anyways?
Oh, so it's just a matter of taking more damage?
I really don't want to take an extra on Cairn. And I really don't want to take an extra on Edwin, because then they can get, like, Cairn can get weaponed or then killed by 2-2, and Edwin would be able to get shot by the 4 damage spell.
So we are taking to the 3-3?
Yeah. That's what I'm getting at.
This one, right?
Yeah,
Because these are random. These can hit our own.
No, secret, just...
Yeah, secret.
Yeah. Assassinate would have worked too, but we don't need it.
Trade everything, right?
Yeah, trade everything.
Oh, yeah, Assassinate is only... Yeah, maybe it was Assassinate.
Yeah, maybe.
Assassinate would have cleared the board, but now, like...
Because it's enemy, only enemy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but now we have, like, insurance against them hitting our face, right? This is the only way.
Yeah, you mean, like, long term.
Long term.
But they might be scared of it.
There's the one that makes you attack a minion that you have. So maybe you attack first if you want to proc the if you don't want the secret to proc.
We can get Flame Tongue and kill the Cairn.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we need to risk it, right?
Tonight, a tale
Didn't get it.
of lost worlds.
But it could be that one secret. That's fine. I guess you'd probably play Mana Tide first if you wanted to damage the Mana Tide, which I think you do. Right? Because it attacks a nearby minion or whatever.
We can still kill the Cairn, but no, right?
Well, it might be the bring back secret, in which case we wouldn't. I don't know.
Would they pick that though? Maybe the others were like hurting them or something.
Exactly, they wouldn't pick a random effect.
Little time.
That's far left, I believe.
So what should I attack with?
Firefly?
Yeah. It's evasion or
one.
This game got pretty complicated, but CompLexity able to get a Bone Mirror. That's going to be big. Let's see what comes off this Rune Spear first. Yeah. It's consistent.
Yeah.
Because evasion's okay, but you don't need it at all.
It could disrupt their turns. Jade Shuriken can hit your own minions.
Order. Because they already attacked the weapon. Imagine, obviously they can't do that, but if you had Blade Flurry, they could have hypothetically had a Raid Dagger and killed the Barnes for free, which would have been nice.
Yeah. And sudden betrayal, for people wondering, I believe only triggers when the hero's attacked. So Dog was talking about the minion. When you attack a minion, it attacks one of its neighbors, but I believe it's only hero. So maybe missequencing last turn or just misunderstanding of what it does, but it didn't really matter. They're getting pretty significantly wrecked.
Yeah, they need a Devolve right now. Team Liquid does not know how to fight back against this board, but a Devolve could save them.
For now.
Yeah, unless like there's a huge minion that comes out the other side. And Gainer 1's going to go to CompLexity. Team Liquid had a pretty good opening hand, but CompLexity had the Kel Seth into a very good curve afterwards, and that is going to be game 1 to the Rogue.
And Love You Lots on the desk when we were doing picks and bans did not have much faith in the Shaman. And they said the teams are kind of crazy for excluding, for wanting to play Shaman because of its poor matchups. But we'll see. It's just a small sample size that we have of Shaman being beat. And there's still, a lot of Trinity Series left to be played over the next couple days. But right now, it doesn't look like it's having much success.
It's a small sample size for sure. I mean, if you want to say that, like, oh, Shaman's bad because it's losing, it has a better win record than Druid. Druid hasn't won a single game here at Trinity Series, and yet it's banned all the time.
Yeah.
So it's like one of those things where you say, well, is Druid bad? Absolutely not. Druid's fantastic. The only reason why people let Druid to be played is because they know they can beat it.
Sure. Well, CompLexity going to be on the Rogue once again. Rogue seems like one of the decks to beat. A lot of players are, adding in the couple of tools that they need with Sonya, Shadow Dancer, and the Corridor Creeper. So definitely some tools that an already powerful deck gained.
The thing is, will anyone ban Rogue? I mean, Priest feels like it has to be on auto ban. I feel like we're not going to see Priest at this tournament whatsoever. People don't even want to mess with Psychic Scream and all the Dragon synergies that they got from the new expansion. But Druid seems to be something that that's not incredibly dominant if you're able to at least have some part of your lineup targeted.
Yeah.
And Rogue seems to be a deck that's just getting so many wins all the time.
Yeah. I feel like you could leave Druid up and, capitalize on maybe players not having, super refined Druid decks or not really having anything from the new sets to match up with the power levels of some of these other classes which gain some tools. So we'll have to see. Tomorrow is going to be the big day. But for right now, it's up to Team Liquid. What are they going to try and play to defeat this Rogue deck?
It looks like Show ended up getting some water. Do want to remind you guys that the loser of this ends up dropping out 0-2 of the finals, and CompLexity is the reigning champion, so it'll be a huge disappointment for them. A little funny, too, in case you guys haven't heard. We mentioned it a few times, but again, people have been tuning in halfway because they've been hearing about the tournament, or maybe they just happened to fall into a Hearthstone stream some way, somehow. These are the same exact 4 teams from Season 1.
Yep. Each with one different player. And, of course, Love You Lots was under the banner of Luminosity in the Season 1 finals. So CompLexity did not have Tyler, and instead had... Who did CompLexity have for Season 1?
They had Super JJ.
Yeah, that's right. Team Liquid did not have Fino in the Season 1 finals. And again, I'm blanking on who Team Liquid had.
Team Liquid had Nairia.
Yeah, Nairia. I'm just going to go through them all, and you're going to help me out. Luminosity did not have Muzzy, and they had Frozen.
Right.
I know that one. And the final team, Virtus Pro, had Dr. Hippie instead of Casey. So all the same teams, just one player switched for each. And as we get set up, it looks like Show is ready to go. A little cold here in the catacombs of the Trinity Series set. But it will not affect Show. And now with Druid, here we go, Team Liquid.
Ooh.
We'll see if a 0% win rate will be maintained.
They're picking Druid into the Rogue. But they have the Ultimate Infestation Minekeeper. I saw the mark on the Lotus, like, oh, is it going to be the aggressive Druid? And it's not. All things seem to indicate that it's just a Jade Druid because they had the Mark of the Lotus. Jade Druid decided to hybridize themselves halfway through the expansion. Instead of just playing straight up Jades and removal and card draw, they ended up putting in some buffs to help their Mire Keepers, their Jade Spears, their Spetting Plagues. CompLexity does have that Creeper, though, and this is what I want to see. How good is Corridor Creeper against Druid? We've seen it one time, and it was okay. I want to see it again for bigger sample size. It should hypothetically be really good.
But CompLexity does not have the best opening hand. Corridor Creeper actually has an insanely high win rate when kept in the mulligan, but the other cards don't complement that very well. They don't have a turn 2 play, no Kel'Seth, Serenade Chain Gang's the earliest drop after the South Sea deckhand, and then they roll into Leroy and Cairn. So, not the start that, for instance, we saw from Team Lovey Lots in the first matchup of the day. But at least they have something to do on turn 1.
I like it. Pressure the Druid as best as you can. I'm trying to think about like how this curve will end up panning out here, because if they're not able to land a Creeper and Druid just ends up taking it pretty chill, then they end up having a pretty awkward turn 5. But I think they should be able to get it pretty easily, considering that Jade Blossom and Mire Creeper coming out next turn.
Of course, we have another Twitch vote, so get your votes in the chat. How good is Corridor Creeper?
Craigasm or what face? I think it's a little bit more PogChamp for me, personally.
Not on the vote, though.
Yeah, not on the vote, but feel free to just say it anyways.
Yeah, feel free to PogChamp.
Yeah.
Feel free to Baby Race also if you're losing to it. Your vote won't be registered, but hey.
It's got some really good support cards, but they're looking for some powerful Jades, and CompLexity has some powerful stuff coming up in the next couple of turns. Let's go ahead and listen in.
Pirate's Code.
Okay, so if we can play Mire, they go 2-2 and weapon into it.
We can go Nourish, Hero Power, the 2-2, and then next turn go like Mire Swipe or Fangel Swipe. If they don't like play a lot of guys, and then we just go Plague. What do you think about that? Or you think that's like we take too much damage or something?
That seems fine.
It's like the play to me. I'm kind of concerned about card draw at a certain point, but we'll draw out of a UI hopefully.
Like I really don't think we can use like Nourish this matchup to draw.
I know. Well, eventually you could go Plague Nourish, but it's too slow.
Yeah, I think ramp is also super important.
We should just go for Nourish.
The thing is, if we ramp, we need to probably utilize the Spreading Plague, so we actually get value from it.
Yeah.
So maybe we shouldn't hit.
So we Plague next turn?
Yeah, just hit face.
Okay.
Okay, sure.
I agree. Yep.
So this Plague. Oh man.
Is Plague really bad for us? It's
Yeah. Yeah, it is. He gets 4 1/5s if we play Serenade. Like and there's no way we can like justify shadow stepping patches or something, right?
What do you guys feel like?
I mean, I'm almost just wanna coin out the 5/5.
But it feels so bad, right?
So many options.
I'm leaning towards Serenade.
Yeah, I'm leaning to Serenade too.
I think at this point we just hope they don't have it. I don't think we beat it if we keep playing around it. I don't think our hand is enough to beat it.
Like if we don't play Serenade now, we literally never play it anymore.
Yeah, I think we just play it.
How long can this go on? How long can this go on?
We could consider, we always play, but we could consider poking the 2-3. Are we gonna do that?
We have second Plague, I don't see the need to, but not sure.
But what, we're not gonna Plague right after, right? We're gonna play Aya, probably, right?
Mm-hmm. We take too much damage, right?
I don't know if we should poke. Like it seems.
Yeah, it doesn't seem worth it because like if we punch it twice, we're taking a lot of damage.
But
right?
we gain 20 life with the Riding Plague now.
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah, no, the question is how important it is to punch the 2-3. We can just, like, we're not gonna trade into it with all of our minions, right? So why are we really punching it? I guess you can say we're punching it because we can swipe, like...
No, because we can punch it next turn with Aya.
Yeah, okay.
I think it's too much.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I don't like punching.
I mean, it felt like the head spray plague.
Well, our worm gets cheaper. So we killed 2 of them.
It ends up costing 3.
Is that something? No.
So 1 dice.
No, you just kill 2 of them and play worm. Or do you coin Karen here? Yeah, worm gets cheaper. I think it's coin Karen actually.
Thinking about Slayer 2 for a second.
So many options.
No, it's just coin Karen.
Wait.
Because then we get Worm Slayer next turn.
I like Karen as well.
I'm 100% sure it's Karen. Like, we kill 2 of them, Worm gets 3 mana, and then next to it 3 minions die, and we have 0 mana thingy.
Plus Slayer.
Okay,
Yeah,
Slayer.
I agree.
Let's go into Karen.
Yeah, I was thinking of Shadow Sub Slayer, but it doesn't really work.
I'm liking the setup here from CompLexity, and once again, I think that Corridor Creeper will be a big player. And this time, it's not because it's a tempo 5-5 on curve, but because it'll be a combo enabler if they can get to that point. Team Liquid, though, they have finally some Jade ramp to add to the board pressure. However, it feels like they're not really dealing with the board; they're just stalling.
Yeah, but stalling can sometimes be, you know, the tool that you need, because not only is spreading plague stalling, it's also softening up the minions on the board.
True.
They have the swipe to back it up, so that's what you go for. Spreading plague buys you time, softens up the minions on the board, swipe or some other removal cleans it up, and then you make the swing with the Jades behind it. So it seems like that's the plan that they want to go with, but CompLexity might have a way to stop it, considering once they get to the taunts, they have a Leroy Shadow Step Leroy as a potential finisher. Now, of course, it won't be able to be used in a single turn like it once was. It still can be played over multiples.
Aya Blackball will definitely be a big player in the next coming turns for Team Liquid. Can CompLexity secure the board in time? Ooh, that is juicy bone mirror next turn. Oh man, just the shadow steps are so powerful, but right now this is kind of a situation where you'd rather have some other cards so that way you can have powerful plays this turn and then save the shadow steps for later on when you want to end the game. This Battle Spine's not anything special right now. It's just kind of like dealing a little bit of damage, and it's understated.
Yeah, I mean, it is a body, and it's dealing with the 3/3.
Yes.
But
just a little, I don't know, it feels a little bit better than a Fire Plume Phoenix.
Sure, yeah. Just a bit. Yeah. But they will have almost a guaranteed target for Bowman next turn, especially with the Karen on the board.
True.
So, you know, I think that's the main goal for them. And then if they can just get a little bit more damage in, they might be home free with Leroy. They have 12 damage out of nowhere, and they can also deal 18 damage over 2 turns, but the last 6 would be telegraphed, and Team Liquid would have a chance to react to it. So the 12 is really the number that you can look at as, you know, the big one to add on to each individual turn to see if CompLexity is going to be able to sneak a lethal.
Aya Blackball and Swipe seems to be something that I'm looking at immediately. I'm not sure how powerful the Fandral is, even in the late stage of the game anymore. Usually Fandral is really good with Wrath, primarily, and then you have Nourish opportunities for squeezing better tempo while still keeping up your card draw. I'm not really seeing a really good opportunity to set up Fandral, but it seems like they just want to tempo out as best they can here, and just kind of force Rogue into an awkward position, I guess. Like, force them to kill Fandral. So big though. So Bone Mare puts, let's see, 4 health. I'm guessing we're using the 5/5 to trade to the Fandral.
Yeah.
Because you want to set up for bad ultimate infestation, right?
Yeah, I don't know if we're killing the Fandral at all, to be honest. They may just push face damage to try and set up lethal, but let's go and listen in
you're right.
to CompLexity and hear their thoughts on what they want to do.
It is.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
Could Shadow Step so 5/4.
But it doesn't. It goes back to 7. Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You don't Shadow Step it.
Please no.
Trade the 3/5, trade the 3/3 into the 8/7, swipe the 5/4, or place Plague, and then swipe the 5/4, trade the 5/3 into the 5/5. We have
Wait. Trade the
5/3 into the 8/7, right?
Huh? Oh, why are we doing the 5/3? We want to Plague this turn, right?
Yeah.
So we have to trade the 3/3 and the 3/5. We Plague first, then we get 2 Plague things. We swipe the 5/4, and then we trade the Aya into the 5/5, right?
Yeah.
That's the best way to do it?
Yeah, that's the best.
Plague. 5/4 to the 5/5 into the... We can lose the second Bone Mare here. If we draw that.
Unless we draw UI.
Well, yeah, if we draw UI, we win it.
We had like so many turns to draw UI. Like I don't know. I still think I like those kind of plays. Like you can't really use noise to draw
yeah, I know.
versus
No,
rogue.
I know.
It's like
No, don't worry. I'm not concerned about that at all.
Kills a 4/4.
Thinking about killing the 4/4, yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think you do that.
options.
Then we have a board. We get through next turn. And then we have 12 bursts. Yeah, you do that.
I like it.
We never have time to triple Shadow Step the Leroy if we don't clear.
We set up lethal for next turn?
I don't think for next turn, but...
Don't think for next turn. It gotta be 2 turn lethal.
No, we set up lethal, right? We actually set up lethal. If they have literally nothing, so.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty unlikely it works. Yeah.
This guy's tough.
I mean, touching UI this turn is...
This guy's toast.
That knight is...
Cycle. We're getting there. Oh, yeah, Behemoth that. Probably kill a 2/3, right?
do we?
At least bump it like that, right?
Maybe just bump and not hit with
There's
a
no point in
1/5.
bumping if we're doing that.
Yeah. Exactly.
So they don't have Bone Mare, right? They would have used it there?
What?
Not 100%.
Yeah, I don't think they have Bone Mare.
What could their hand be right now? Leroy?
Leroy.
They used a Shadow Step though. I don't know if they would. They
Nah,
would use
maybe
a
it's
Shadow
not
Step.
Leroy. So what is it? It's
Maybe
like...
a Backstab? They would use Backstab
It could
instead
be
of
other cheap stuff, maybe even Careless.
Firefly? No, they would. It could be a Firefly. Okay, go ahead.
Jade Druid just barely hanging by a thread. They're looking for their ultimate station for several turns. And does Rogue have lethal?
Not quite.
1 damage off?
1 damage off, I believe. Actually, no.
Oh, wait.
They have it. They trade in the, yeah, they have it. They trade in the SI7 agent to the 1/3 taunt. Their 2 other minions into the Jade Behemoth. Leroy. Oh, no, they're 1 mana off. I thought they had 10.
Yeah, 1 mana off, 1 damage off.
Yeah, if they were able to fit in a dagger at some point, but they didn't really have the mana to do that. They can SI7 agent, or they can trade in SI7 agent, Shadow Step it. Vile Spine.
1 mana off from that too.
Yeah. No, they wouldn't be 1 mana off from that if they just hold on to Leroy's.
Well, they can't play Valspan and Leroy this turn.
Yeah. But I do like this play. This actually preserves the most damage on their board. And they still push a bunch and set up for Leroy next turn.
Interesting. Yeah, I thought they were going to do maybe this, but with SI Shadow Step. But I think this accomplished the same thing. Ooh, you Ultimate Infestation!
I just don't think it's enough.
We'll see. Maybe
6, 7,
Earthen
8,
Scales?
9.
Earthen Scales Innervate?
Yeah.
Arcane Tyrant, that's kind of the combo we were talking about, but it's just not going to be enough. There's too much damage. CompLexity just able to get over the hump, and again, Druid's going to falter.
Still no wins for Druid.
They got one win with the big Druid.
Oh, okay.
Against the mage.
But Jade Druid.
Jade Druid is still winless. And Team Liquid, 2 tries with Druid this tournament, 2 defeats. CompLexity adopting the Team LoL strategy, banning Warlock, and trying to see if they can use Jade Druid or target Jade Druid, and CompLexity is now up 2-0. And Rogue again, a deck that's able to get over the hump despite being counter-queued.
And we talked about Team LoL's success, but on the opposite end of that, Liquid, their struggles.
Right.
They are now 1-8 in Trinity Series.
That is bad luck. CompLexity could be just riding the momentum wave of, well, you know, we're going to use a strategy that Team LoL did and see if we can even refine it a little bit. And then Team Liquid says, we're sticking to what we're doing. We think yesterday we just got matched up against a really good team, probably the best team, and then we're going to retool our decks, and now it's just not going their way.
Yeah, but potentially running out of things to counter this Rogue with, and you know, we go back to what happens if teams start banning Rogue. Rogue seems to be the linchpin in a lot of the wins,
right?
Of the dominant teams that we're seeing.
I want to see that. I want to see if like teams are just accounting for the fact that they'll have Rogue because no one has banned Rogue yet, but Rogue's win rate's insane, or it's because the fact that teams are banning the same, or they expect the same bans regardless of it, and that Rogue is just like gonna do its thing no matter what. And if they don't have Rogue, it's like, oh, then we have Druid and Priest. Those are good decks too.
Well, let us know who you guys at home think is gonna win the match, CompLexity or Liquid. Type them in the chat. A lot of Liquid fans. Are you guys looking at the score?
Yeah.
You guys looking at the same match that I am?
Well, right now, it could just be the fact that they still have faith. These are some loyal Liquid fans coming out. There's a lot of Showboys. There's a lot of Dog fans.
But to be honest...
and, you know, Fino has a few friends in chat, too, I'm sure.
You know,
he's not really known as a popular streamer, so it's not, you know, a shots fired there. It's just, you know, most people know Liquid for Show and Dog at this point. But Fino's starting to make his... Oh, wait, whoa. Sorry, I just thought I saw a double here. Patches and backstab. But I'm looking forward to see what Team Liquid's got, because they need to fight back immediately, and they're turning to the Rogue Mirror. This is extremely volatile.
If the team that loses this match is eliminated from the Trinity Series, and you know, for Liquid that means a 4th place finish if they lose.
Yeah. Some people were very quick to tweet at me. Well, Team Liquid did win the invitation, or the international, excuse me, this year. So congrats to them. And they also, you know, Hungry Box has been killing it in there. But if you look at it, Team Liquid has been placing 4th a lot throughout the course of time, and this would be another disappointing finish, given the fact of how much potential they have. Everyone knows what Dog and Show are capable of, having won tournaments and plays very high consistently.
And Dog usually, one of his strengths is in deck building and new expansions. You know, a lot of people go to him as sort of the guy that builds the decks that are the best on day 1 and 2 of expansions.
Yeah, he's one of the top 3 streams that you want to be watching when the expansion drops, because he is willing to test those ideas, and he often has pretty successful hour 1 builds.
And he plays fast and he iterates quickly.
Yes,
is another thing. So that's something that you want in a good, you know, testing partner or someone to watch when testing. But so far, for Liquid, it has not worked out in Trinity Series finals. But you know, still a lot of series left to play for them if they can get things rolling.
Team Liquid weighing how powerful an early South Sea captain is, and they're wondering if CompLexity is saving their own captain, and like, what are the implications of it? Because the trades end up becoming very similar to the Pirate Warrior mirrors, where if your opponent summons out the captain, gets the trade, or even worse, a captain backstab, which happens to be in CompLexity's hand, then you lose all board control, and then CompLexity is really far ahead. However, CompLexity has the patches in hand, so that adds a significant nerf to the power play.
They could also go with a very big Edwin here. They could go patches Backstab, dagger hit, trade patches in, coin Edwin.
Double backstab.
Well, I was thinking maybe you just go with the 8-8 instead of the 10-10 and save the second backstab, potentially, because you're already getting the trade in. You would have gotten the trade in with the patches, but it looks like they are going to go with double backstab and go with the 10-10. Patches next turn with Southsea Captain allows them to charge in 2-2, so.
Wow. It's been a while since I've seen Van Cleef be able to just single-handedly dominate a game and maybe just win 2 turns. Let's go ahead and tune in and see if Team Liquid can fight back.
They won't trade, and then we go swash, backstab, trade everything.
Yeah. What if we backstab now, just so they don't trade, or you think that's not worth it?
They're gonna go face, right, with that?
I think they go face, but like, I'm down to backstab. What are they gonna do about it, right?
Because don't we just get super punished if we don't?
We should backstab, right? Okay. I'm done.
Man, Team Luke told me this is 0 mana. What are we doing here? That's Kamazd.
I mean, we could have played the swash this turn if we wanted to, and traded in the patches.
Yeah, but
prematurely. That way we don't draw the patches, but then we wouldn't have a combo activation.
We have a patches. We played the patches. We played Captain turn 3.
Played Captain.
Oh, we have to face tank this. Yeah. I mean, but we could have. Okay, we couldn't play the Captain. The swash.
So what would happen if?
Except their own minions layers, it's like bad, right? So we want to go face?
I don't know. I think we still just trade. If we play the 2 minions, we should just trade, right? If we cheat death, we can go face. But they play enough taunts that going face seems sketchy to me.
Yeah, face seems sketchy.
Like,
I think we win on board.
If we, exactly. If we kill a 5/5 with an Edwin, that's.
I think we trade and play the 2 minions.
I agree. Yeah, I want to do that as well. It also sets up way better for scale bane.
So there's a 7 next turn.
Yeah.
Can't as a 7.
I really want to trade.
Yeah, trade play 2 minions.
Yeah.
I actually really wanted to go face, but because there's no way to kill this.
Okay.
You want a face tank or do you want a shadow step?
So if you face tank, we don't kill something extra, right?
Don't we just swash anyway? See what we
We're
get?
swashing right now,
So shadow step gives us 10 life.
Ooh, that's like 2 life.
So do we trade shadow step for 10 life?
10 life, yeah. I think we have to.
Yeah, I agree.
So shadow step it.
Yeah. Wait, do we ever like shadows? Like, okay, we're like, I don't know if we can. Do you think we can win with this hand? Like, I'm thinking maybe we have to like go for something with a swash, if that's like, you know, ever like, if you think that we're like that far behind, maybe, right?
They drew patches, like, and we have big value in hand.
Yeah, but they have the, like, we take 10 and they have the board, like, they just
We
trade.
don't take 10 if we use the shadow step.
Okay, just do it, do the shadow step.
We have time. If we could draw like a Karen or something.
Yeah, I'm kind of scared because now it's like a flea clear for them rather than just develop, so it's very bad.
Yep, I totally agree with you. We are gonna get destroyed.
Nice.
How much we can do.
I don't even know what they can have
Like,
here.
what are we gonna find if we shadow step the 1-drop? I think it's much more likely we win the game by saving 10 HP and dragging it on.
So you play the left skill bane, yeah. Oh my god, if they kill 1, we get like sick turn.
Yeah.
I mean, this always happens, right?
Yeah.
I mean, something is gonna die because we can kill ourselves.
Yeah.
Team Liquid is trying to fight back, but looks like they're falling behind. And CompLexity has another big swing turn here with the Corridor Creeper and the Cobalt Scalebane.
Team Liquid did find a pretty good draw in the Firefly, otherwise they would have just been playing Cobalt Scalebane under the board.
Right.
But they're still behind. And a lot of times the Tempo Rogue, the team or player that has the board that's dictating the trades, has a pretty large advantage. And now they could trade in. They could go for a weird Vile Spine Slayer play here where they trade in the Southsea Captain, Corridor Creeper, and Vile Spine Slayer. They go a little bit wider on the board and take off everything from Team Liquid going into Bone Mare's turn.
Right.
They save health on their Cobalt Scalebane. And they push 5.
Yep, and then they have Cheat Death and Vile Spine.
Choose soon.
Everything just looks good. They want to Vile Spine this right now.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, push 6. Yeah.
They push 6 now, and they also sort of force the dagger hit onto the Cobalt Scalebane. So effectively, they push 11, and look at how much damage is on the board.
Yeah,
a lot.
Clean.
22 damage on the board. They are forced to Leroy Minion, or they're dead.
They have the Flame Elemental Bone Mirror next turn, but I don't know if that's going to be enough here because there's just so much pressure coming out. 6, 10, 11, 12. And Scalebane is going to add to that. Or Starry Night Chain Gang doesn't really matter here. Scalebane is the most damage.
And if Team Liquid went with a mirror match as what they thought was their best chance to win against CompLexity.
Is it, though?
Well, I
Team
mean,
Liquid had Mage, right?
They do, but they decided to queue up the Rogue, which means that the Mage, they didn't want to play the Mage into the Rogue yet. They would rather go for a mirror match, effectively a 50-50.
Right.
Other than going with a deck that may be better than it because they may feel like they have to save the Mage to beat something else.
I don't know. I'm a little skeptical because I feel like at this point you need to, when you're down 0-2, you have to get a win. Otherwise, going down 0-3 means that you're in a must-win situation. You have to win 2 games for every 1, and that's very unlikely. Jeez.
Poison.
Yeah.
They will.
Oh, that's going to be it.
Yeah. Wait. Okay, they do survive at 1.
It didn't effectively matter at that point.
No, Dan. It matters to me.
CompLexity up 3-0. Are we going to see potentially another blowout victory? And it seems that way. Team Liquid needs to win 2 unfavorables to come back into the series at the very least.
Feels like we just started Trinity Series today.
I know. This is a disaster for Team Liquid. They're looking at the situation and they think, did we wait too long for our hard counter? I mean, that's what it says on paper. They could have a completely different mage that we're not even thinking about. We're talking about like how a lot of mages are playing big spells, for example, and trying to do huge swing turns with Dragon's Fury, maybe even play Dragon Caller Alana.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's the case. I think they brought Secret Mage.
Yeah.
Secret Mage should be good against a lot of those rogue decks.
It should be, but there may be something going on behind the scenes of why they didn't want to pick it. Because they went with the Rogue, or they had some kind of tech in the Rogue that led them to believe that they would be favored in the mirror. Maybe they didn't include Prince Kellisset and instead had Galaka Crawlers in Eviscerates. That's a potential for what was going through their heads when picking that deck. But down 3-0 now, CompLexity still has every single deck at their disposal, even once this Rogue is defeated, if it's defeated. So, not looking good.
Yeah, not looking good. And you got to think about like the Paladin and the Warrior remaining. Like, what other decks do they have at their disposal right now to kind of fight back against it? Warrior definitely has a couple of other builds up in the air, but I do think that people have gravitated towards Quest Warrior as probably the primary tool to use. And then you look at Paladin. Aggro Paladin has been climbing in the win rates recently. Today it's doing pretty well, and I know Dog was telling me how much he thinks Aggro Paladin has potential, primarily because Call to Arms is so insane as card draw and board presence. So I'm looking at Team Liquid, and I feel like it's not over yet. And there has been one class that's been performing very well in Trinity this season. It is Paladin to do a lot of big comebacks, but I think they're down 3-0 right now. It's too much.
It's going to have to do some really heavy lifting, but we'll see if Team Liquid can bring it back. We're going to have to go to a very small break, but we'll be back with more Trinity Series finals right after this.
You guys seeing this?
Game, record, and stream without compromise. Only on Intel Core i7.
Welcome back, everybody. The Trinity Series Finals presented by Intel, ESL, and Twitch. Live here from the Intel Esports Arena, aka the Trinity Catacombs.
That's right.
As it were.
We have our own little dungeon run going. And speaking of kind of being in the dungeon, Team Liquid is at the mercy of the dominatrix known as CompLexity Gaming.
That's right, Dan. And
they're into some weird stuff. They have all these tempo rogue tricks and whatnot. I call this move the Vile Spine Slayer.
I call this one the Corridor Creeper.
God.
12 by the way.
Man. That was cold-blooded. Anyways, all jokes aside, Team Liquid is kind of floundering a little bit. Fino's on deck, which means Mage is still not on queue. Dog had the Mage. So I believe Fino had Paladin coming up here.
Is it going to be the deck that stops the Rogue, though? I don't know. Traditionally, in previous meta, Rogue against the only Paladin archetype that was really super competitive, Murloc Paladin, Rogue did very well. But will they have new tools that allows them to defeat it if it is the Paladin? I'm not sure.
Yeah, or will they have their ultimate move in their dungeon, the Bone Bear? Don't fall asleep.
We'll fight with honor.
Trinity Series dungeon is a dark and scary place.
The lights just went down. Oh God! Admirable, hold me. If you guys are wondering, by the way, Admirable is still back in the hotel room, tending to his voice. Sad day.
Tending to his tender casting wounds.
Yeah. That's what happens. Never go full huge draw.
That's right.
It's the lesson learned. See, that opening hand here from Paladin seems really good.
It's quite all right.
Right. Murloc Tidecaller and the Rockpool Hunter is the big 1-2 combo of this deck. And then you have Call to Arms to even add to the Murloc Tidecaller pressure.
But that's a pretty good opening tempo hand from CompLexity. They have the means to contest the Murloc Tidehunter, plus Sousy deck hand with patches in the deck to be able to contest the mini that comes up after it. This is why a lot of players were thinking that Tempo Rogue was favored against Murloc Paladin in the previous meta, because they just stopped the early Murloc pressure, and without the early Murloc pressure, Murloc Paladin is not as good.
Mid-range deck. Yeah,
it's just like a mishmash of weird Bone Mares and Spikeridge Steeds.
It's a snowball deck. It's a small deck. Like Murloc War Leader buffs your existing Murlocs, otherwise it's just a vanilla 3/3. Gentle Megasaur buffs your Murlocs on board, otherwise it's just a vanilla 5/4. And then Spikeridge Steed can't play on an empty board, and Bone Mare's just a 5/5. So it just you can understand how it stacks the advantage. And it's very dependent on having Vile Spine Slayer, Murloc Tidecaller, or anything else equivalent of it early game.
Yeah. And you're going to go ahead and hold on to the combo next turn to be able to play Tidecaller plus the Rockpool Hunter in tandem. Let's go ahead and listen now to the teams as we get through this early game.
Maybe just rock pull into coin gold to arm.
Yeah, no. I think we have to go with Tidecaller into coin rock pull. Then we have Rallying Blade.
Yeah, next turn is probably Captain.
Next turn is a 3-drop, so it's either SI or Captain. And if they Captain, at least they can only kill 1 for free, and they have to trade off 2, and then we have the Blade to kill off the Captain. So it's just better. We insta lose to...
Wait, so if you think it's Captain, isn't it better to go coin Blade now?
No, what? Why would we do that?
Because then you kill the Captain with a Blade, and then you have like...
They can change the Tar Creeper.
Yeah, they could like change their play or something.
Then we get wrecked.
We always have to go Rockpool coin, or Murloc Tidehunter coin Rockpool, or just Rockpool. There's no way we coin Blade ever.
Yeah, it's just the most stats on the board, right?
Yeah. I mean, we could save it for coin 4, but I think you have to do this. Because realistically, they end up with a 1-2 at the end of everything, and we have a Rallying Blade, but they have initiative. If they have the Captain.
The thing is with this though too, maybe we'll go coin gold to arms so we can play this too on that turn.
Enough minions are dying with this. You gotta do this.
Give me back, Sam.
So just SI and trade the pirates into the 3/3, or
Yeah.
Then
do
they
we
go Rolling Blade, and then we have to bump.
So many options.
It's the only play, right?
Yeah, I still think it's the only play.
If she had the 1-drop, we could keep her to 7, but...
This guy's toast.
Okie dokie. Let's go.
Yeah, weapon.
Yep, yep. If he kills us with his 1/2 and dagger, then we get call to arms creeper and we win the game.
Next turn is pretty sweet.
I have second SI here. It's fine, we can play it for free, right?
Yeah. Boy, the boy's coming.
Don't play it first because of juggler.
Yeah.
Play that first.
It's so nuts.
Don't punch
we got
it.
it.
Okay.
I was just checking if.
Oh yeah.
Positioning.
It doesn't really matter. There's no cards.
Positioning in 2017.
Yeah.
Just play this there.
Call to arms is nutty, and a large reason why is because of what you just saw. I was thinking, like, man, Rogue seems to be doing all right early game, and then all of a sudden, the late game draws plus the Swashbuckler card not really doing any favors for CompLexity, and now Team Liquid is running away with this game.
Yeah.
Talk about swings.
Well, they drew pretty much all the top end, plus top end that they didn't even have in their deck with the Grime Street Protector, so.
Gosh, it's so bad for CompLexity at this point.
Yeah, now they still follow up. Team Liquid
Yeah.
does. They have Gentle Megasaur with Righteous Protector, and even beyond that, Sunkeeper Tarim. The curve is just, it's getting there.
It's game over, I think. At this point, Team Liquid will just win purely off of the pressure that they exist already. Like, if they play Righteous Protector, I think they have lead next turn.
Yeah.
And CompLexity has nothing but care, so they're dead on board. Can they do anything from this spot?
Nope.
Team Liquid finally strikes back. And that is going to be a 1-3 deficit. But you know what? They're climbing back, and Murloc Paladin has been a deck to be reckoned with in the regular season. Now with Kobolds and Catacombs and getting a couple of new tools, will it be the deck also performing here in the finals?
Yeah, Call to Arms, Spiteful Summoner, which reveals a spell from your deck, summons a minion of equal cost.
Dino Size.
Dino Size?
Corridor Creeper.
That's
then,
right.
We're seeing an old buddy and Knife Juggler come back, because it does have some relevance with Call to Arms, and you also need to have 2 mana or less minions in your deck now.
Yeah, so Team Liquid puts themselves on the board, only their second win so far in the entirety of the Trinity Series Finals, with their 6-1 loss to Team Love You Lots yesterday. So still a lot of work to do to get back in, not only in this series, but then even beyond that, if they win, they still have to fight to get to the grand finals. So Paladin will still be the deck. And there's Call to Arms in action. And of course, depending on the order of Knife Juggler within the Call to Arms, it essentially pulls 3 minions as 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
And Knife Juggler has to be in either slot 1 or 2 for it to get the juggle from the other 2.
Yeah, Juggler can deal 0 to 2 damage depending on what order it was pulled. However, there are a little bit of situational exceptions, like Murloc Tidecaller will always get the buff, no matter how many Murlocs, or sorry, assuming you pull 1 or 2 Murlocs, no matter what order it's being drawn in. I'm having a sense of deja vu though, because if CompLexity just queues up their Paladin in 3-0s with that, then Team Liquid would have lost the exact same way. They got wrecked by Rogue in the first 3 games, won a game, and then wrecked by Paladin. And that'll be a 6-1 loss and an early exit out of Trinity Series Finals.
And I wonder if that's weighing into their minds right now. This looks a lot similar to what we went through yesterday, but if they can get over this one game, this is the hump that they need to get over. They're just going to win the series from there.
Yeah. And Team Liquid, again, is sticking to the same strategy they had yesterday. I'm not seeing anything really different from what they did in day number 1. They banned Druid, they banned Priest, And you know, I think that maybe the difference is they brought Shaman for this series, right? Because they banned Hunter, or they banned Hunter this series.
Yeah, I believe so. I think a lot of the teams realized that Shaman with Token Shaman with Corridor Creepers is incredibly powerful.
But once again, they need to come up big here. CompLexity is going with Mage, and with the Dragon's Fury does imply that it's going to be a slower control mage of some kind. I really like Dragon's Fury. I think it's a really cool card.
Yeah, and
a great build around to a certain degree.
It is a build around in a sense.
So you keep Frostbolt because of that.
Yes, and we saw that earlier from Virtus Pro. They decided to throw away Frostbolt, and then they ended up getting a secret from Dragon's Fury anyway. So, but you want to get those early spells in your hand, so that way you're more likely to pull the Blizzard, Strikes, and the Firelands portals.
Man, I was kind of like thinking about whether or not CompLexity can deal with this early game Tidecaller efficiently while following up a 2-drop, but Arcanologist does provide a lot of more meat to the board here. Would you coin out this Arcanologist?
I would. They have a turn.
The Rockpool Hunter really hurts, though.
It would, but at least they can just ping off the Tidecaller and still be okay. I mean, it's... Maybe even coin Frostbolt.
Coin Frostbolt? Wow. That is ambitious.
Nah, I don't think so. I think it's either coin Arcanologist or pass. And depending on the keeps, I don't think Team Liquid had any keeps. I don't think we saw the mulligans quick enough, but if there was no keeps, I think Arcanologist would be in play.
How valuable is keeping the coin? Coining the Dragon's Fury on 4 could be also really valuable too, because if they hit a good curve into Megastore, I mean, you might be dead by then, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the coin Arcanologist for that reason.
Yeah, we did get word that there were no keeps in the mulligan phase, so I think that's why CompLexity decided to go for this. Yeah. It's less likely for them to have the Rockpool Hunter, but let's go and listen in now to Team Liquid. Another Tidecaller picked up. Pretty good early curve. Let's listen in.
Get him, Fino.
So if they don't ping now, we can just go Hydro like Redemption, right? And it's good. Like Frostbolt is very good.
Or
now,
even Noble Sack is really good.
Yeah, that's true.
I could play Doomsayer here.
Then we just draw War Leader.
Yeah.
So what if they weapon? No, yeah, I will gonna do it.
What to do? What to do?
If they play weapon, I mean the Murloc stays like a 1, right?
Yeah.
Just play.
Yeah.
Noble's just as good, actually. No, Redemption is just better, right?
Yeah, I think it's like you get a 1/1 Divine Shield.
Yeah.
Actually, is it better?
It's the same.
But then we will have to. They can also Frostbolt one of our minions.
Yeah. Then if there's Frostbolt, I think Noble is better, right? Because then their guy dies.
They used one Frostbolt already.
Yeah, let's not play around Frostbolt. So what's the better?
The problem is next turn is Juggler Hero Power.
Oh,
so if we go with Redemption, it's a little worse.
No, it's better, right?
It's if you think they won't bump, but yeah, it's better if you think that they won't bump.
Quickly.
Or if you think they will bump.
I want to go Redemption.
I want to go Redemption as well, but if they don't bump, then this is worse for us because they can ping our Hero Power the turn after. If they just go Secret and then don't bump, then we get punished a little bit. Only slightly, though.
I think we can Frostbolt ping next turn.
What if you Frostbolt this turn? Is that or something?
No, you want the Frostbolt ping next turn, I think. And you want to block this turn.
I want to bump the 1/1, guys.
I think you can bump it.
Yeah, I think you can. I guess we bump, but then
like
Redemption.
the thing is, we can bolt ping next turn, right? I think maybe we should probably keep it in our. Like we should probably not bump it. Right.
Yeah, it's better against. Actually, it's. Do we even care about Noble? Noble doesn't even matter, right?
No, we don't even need to proc.
Yeah,
I actually think we
it's just the other one. The one we drew.
Yeah, you're right. Got the one from the Arcanologist. You're right.
Time runs out on me.
Maybe when you touch the wrong one, you should just commit to it.
Yeah.
Do it. Divine Shield is probably better.
Yeah.
Get him.
I want to go face.
I want to go face also. I think face is always the place. Let's go. Get him. Hit him in the face.
Let's go, boys.
I just want to try to bump the 1-1 now.
What about Redemption? Yeah, I agree.
But do we want to give him the 1-1, the other one? Maybe it's still just ping bolt on the 2-2.
Then he gets Murloc back?
Oh, actually, we should probably just bolt the 5-4, right?
To prevent 5 damage.
Yeah.
We have 2 dragons next turn anyways.
We have to worry about clearing next turn. That's the thing.
So do we want to ping the 2-2 and bolt the 2-2?
Yeah, that's sort of. It doesn't get frozen.
We can
then,
honestly do that.
Does it get frozen if we do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the play.
So we hit this one right, anyways. Still
bad.
bad.
Yeah.
What did, no.
Yeah,
we should probably hit. We should probably hit.
I'm gonna ping the 2-2 and bolt this one.
Yep. Yep, I agree.
This doesn't tell them what's up, right?
They don't know.
What kind of AoE do they have?
They didn't glyph, so it's only the new one, right?
Yeah, they use coin as well, right?
So I'm thinking fade in 2-2 or probably 2-2.
Thinking 2-2.
Main and face.
Yeah.
Wait, you want to scale bin?
You don't want to scale bin?
Because sometimes it survives, right?
It's pretty big commitment, right?
How often do you roll over 4?
True.
But yeah.
Also, it can just buff our guy and then we'll have a 4-1 that's like doming him.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. All right. I'm down. I mean, sitting is kind of silly, I think, so.
Yeah, like just passing.
Yeah, go for it.
Are here, right?
Yeah, right there.
Right, this?
Yep.
Oh, are they really playing that way?
Oh, nice.
Easy buff. I really want them to be playing.
All right, potentially big moment here with the Dragon's Fury if CompLexity chooses to pull the trigger. Let's find out.
See, still a Frostbolt in the deck. Frost Nova. That hurts.
Yeah, because so much damage remains. They at least killed off the Megasaur.
That's a
This
block
is a pop.
They needed something big. I think they have Flame Strike, maybe second Firelands Portal, second Blizzard, even second Dragon's Fury could also get the job done, but not picking up any and 3. So they have Secrets of Frost Nova and Frostbolt as the low end. So
I wonder if, well, the nice thing is that Team Liquid can only pop at 3, I think.
Yeah.
Minimum. But CompLexity does have the Blizzard, which means everything will die next turn. And then Corridor Keeper come down, but then you have Firelands Portal. So CompLexity does have a way out of here, and they have that ice block up. And if they can just stick something onto the board and Alex themselves, they'll be in a good spot.
Well, I think you may hold on to the Knife Juggler here in case you pick up Call to Arms.
True.
Then you could get second Knife Juggler and win. I don't know. I think that's what they're discussing, but let's go and listen into the teams as we're getting to the crucial moments in the game.
It's my turn now, son.
Reporting for duty.
So they have Bone now?
They might just have reload, right? Like.
Yeah.
Stupid Nova. It's Blizzard.
It's Blizzard.
Like that.
Can we get a charger?
8. There's nothing for 8.
We're gonna get 4, probably Korkron.
Korkron's a good one.
Wait, is this actually better, guys, or are we just... Or is it better to just go this, and hero power?
We can do that next turn, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is just better.
And turn.
We're do we get? What do we get? What do we get?
Ooh.
What are we gonna get?
Archer?
Anomalous.
Oh.
Okay.
Not bad.
They
Wait,
can't damage it, right?
can we just block first? Let them pop, and then we go Doomsayer, Nova, and then Alex, and we have a 9/9 with 15 health.
I kind of don't like it because we give them the weapon draw to just win. Like, they just win if they get it.
I wonder.
If we just Nova Doom now,
No, how do they
we can
win
just
with the
play
weapon?
Medivh.
How do they win with a weapon?
Uh,
Because we will never
well,
have.
They put us to 1 now, and then they pop us. Then we can't play Nova Doom, right?
Okay. But you wanna play around the weapon?
Well, I think that if we Nova Doom and then next time we play
I
Medivh, we can still Alex ourselves.
Yeah, I agree with Crane.
Right?
I agree with Crane.
Okay. But it's the same against weapon, right? Okay, you call it.
Actually, there's like a problem versus Steed if we do it. So if we block, I just block, yeah.
Yeah, okay. The Steed is annoying. I don't think they have Steed, so
No, but I think we just take off.
they would have Steed earlier.
Yeah, punch in with the 4/4. Bone Mare, Bone Mare that, yeah.
And I play
Wait,
from this side.
You put it in the middle, the Bone Mare.
So they can Meteor clear.
Yeah, put it in the middle. The Bone Mare, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter, but yeah.
I can even do it on this, so if they meteor, like we get a legendary. I don't know if it's worth it though.
It has to survive damage, right?
Yeah, but they'll have to meteor this.
Oh, okay.
If I bone with this.
Yeah, I think that's better.
Wait, why is that better?
Because then they have to meteor this, and we
Sure,
get a legendary.
it doesn't matter. I mean, the game's
Yeah,
pretty
what do you want to do? Like, can we get like a bad legendary that kind of loses us the game or something?
No.
So I just.
Nat Darkfisher would be the worst.
Okay, so I just bone with the 4/4.
Sure, go for it. I'm down. That sounds good to me.
Maybe it's more vulnerable to the other AoE though.
Let's
They're
go.
like
It's fine.
5.
The Dragon Ping.
I mean, what 8 is there? There's no 8.
Yeah, but they can play the 5 and pick.
Glacial
like,
Mysteries.
Yeah, there is. See?
Oh yeah.
Mysteries.
Dragon Ping.
Milva Doom.
That seems so good.
Well, not much we can do here.
You have to pass.
Yeah, we never go for the juggler, right?
But it's not even possible, is it?
It is. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh yeah, that's pretty unlikely.
Yeah, that's
a lot of luck.
A hero power because we get an extra like.
Reporting for duty.
Sorry. So you shouldn't hear power because if they have Corridor Creeper that they drew recently.
They have?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they just Alex themselves, right?
Yep. But then we're okay still.
9 mana, it's very efficient.
Yeah.
CompLexity hanging in by a thread, but right now it seems like they've stabilized and they have some of their best cards still in their hand with Flamestrike Meteor as AoE.
Yeah.
And then Portal Medivh for big tempo swings.
Yeah, and Team Liquid said, I think that's okay, but I don't think it's okay. Yes, Icebox are gone. Alex Strauss is gone, so they don't have to worry about their own health total as much, but their board's going to get cleaned up for the next few turns quite easily unless they preemptively dino size. And even if they preemptively dino size, their board gets cleared by Meteor.
Yeah, that's kind of the big downside of Dino Size. You have to stick something against a class that is really good at clearing your board all the time.
Yeah, I think they're quite dead. Alex Strauss is going to hit him for 8 at least for the next 2 turns. And they're not even close to being able to have lethal damage, so CompLexity may have turned the corner.
Unless they have a charger. Do you have a charger in your deck you can dino size? Never mind, scratch that. Ice Barrier is going to also help them stay alive against stuff.
If Bluegill Warrior.
Bluegill Warrior.
Bluegill Warrior off the top.
Oh, wrong Murloc.
Wrong 2-mana Murloc. And they're just going to dino size this, but that's just going to get meteored, and I believe that's going to be game. I think CompLexity has the setup to be able to kill over the next few turns. Just with pings alone, with Alexstrasza ping, unless they draw a Spikeridge Steed to try and block, but I don't think they're ever getting to a point where they're not dying and they're also presenting enough damage for lethal, so.
Trying to think about any card they could draw right now, but I don't know if they even have Tyranny in the deck. That is going to wrap it up. Team Liquid is once again going to drop a game, and CompLexity is now 4-1 advantaged over our boys in blue.
Job's done.
Nice navigation by CompLexity towards the later turns. I think the pivot towards the Ice Block into Nova Doom gave them, bought them essentially an extra turn.
Right. I mean, they were debating about getting greedy with it for a while.
But Crane realized at the end, it's like, no, this is good.
As if they needed Voodoo Hexer for any other insurance. CompLexity strikes back, and if they win out from here, they will also end the game, end the series the same exact way that Team Liquid lost yesterday, 6-1.
Seems like the powerful decks, though. Rogue, Mage, Paladin are the 3 decks that are rocking pretty good win rates so far across the Trinity Series.
For the finals, at least. And
for the finals.
It's completely dependent on how the bans have lined up. You know, for example, Team Liquid just banned the Druid and the Priest, and CompLexity banned the Warlock. So how do you answer this Mage now that you understood that Druid's out of the equation?
Mm-hmm.
They baited the Druid out, beat it, and now this Mage doesn't have to worry about J-Druid.
That's very true. And for Team Liquid, only the Mage and the Warrior remaining for them as decks. And I can imagine they're not happy with that outcome. So, you know, what do they have? Do they have a Control Mage themselves? Do they have a Secret Mage?
Yeah, Secret Mage should,
Warrior deck?
Should do okay here, pretty well, in fact. But then the Quest Warrior is always up in the air. Quest Warrior versus Control Burn Mage has kind of been a very tightrope battle. I actually like it. I think it's one of 2017's more closely contested matchups that kind of depend on how you play it. You can play well and succeed, or you can play badly and lose all your percentage points.
And taking a look at the bracket, Love You Lots with their win yesterday and their win earlier today has secured themselves a spot in the grand finals, also with a 1-game advantage since they came from the winner's bracket. This is the first elimination match. The loser of this game goes out in 4th place. The winner still has to fight on and will go up against Virtus Pro in essentially that lower bracket decider match to see who goes on into the grand finals. And CompLexity, they're looking for a repeat. They are the Season 1 Trinity Series champions. So, reigning champs, fighting their way through the loser's bracket. We do have ourselves a pretty good story there. But Love You Lots also, their storyline is running strong because they were the runner-ups from Season 1. Looking for redemption.
Looking for that payday. We talk about Cobalt and Catacombs and all the gold treasure finding. 15,000 is guaranteed for 3rd and 4th place. Both these teams have that at least secured. But they can up to quintuplicate their gold findings for $75,000 for 1st place.
Yeah, and all of the prize money is actually right behind the players in the form of gold nuggets.
Yes.
So the winner of the match will just have to reach behind them and find a way to sneak gold nuggets onto their airplanes home.
Yeah, or melt it down. Learn alchemy within 24 hours so that they can take the pure essence of it home.
Yeah.
And then, of course, convert it back to whatever local currency that they have.
Or go out on the streets of Burbank here outside the Intel Esports Arena and sell it to the local pawn shops.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about bring it over to the mountain where it's literally on fire. Melt down that piece of armor behind them into silver.
That was going to be my next one. I was hoping we were just going to keep this going back and forth. But
yeah, that's right.
That's, everything's on fire here.
Go to the wise sage admirable.
who's waiting amongst the flames here in Southern California.
That's right.
trying to get his voice back.
It's one of those things where, like, I imagine that we like take the players to go see the fire just before they leave. No, obviously not too close, but just to kind of view it. And all of a sudden, the fire kind of dies down. It's just Admirable naked with a bunch of dragons around him. Like, whoa.
The father of dragons.
Whoa, what? Is this what you've been doing the entire time?
Oh, jeez.
Where are my huge draws?
Father of draws, first of his name.
Yeah. People are like, wow, spoilers, man. I was just at that part where she first gets married.
You're way behind.
What's this about dragons? What?
Depending on how many secrets they have in their deck, Glacial Mysteries could be interesting. It's not cast of secrets, though. That's the big thing. It's put one of each secret from your deck into the battlefield, which I believe does not reduce Cabal Crystal Runner.
You don't really need another Dragon's Fury, considering how powerful it is. I think a free Flame Geyser could be really good for the counter spell turns. Like, you invest in the mana now, so you can stop the counter spells, so you can ensure that Dragon's Furies and Blizzards will land when they need to.
Well, this is on the side of Team Liquid.
I wonder.
Oh, apologies. I thought this was I was too busy. Spoiling season 1 of Game of Thrones for the rest of the audience.
Yeah, I believe it's on the side of Team Liquid, since they're on the higher mana total. But yeah, a little bit of different start for them. I doubt Dragon Fury is going to be the pickup for them because there's not much to go on the board. I think it's between Flame Geyser and Glacial Mysteries, and Glacial Mysteries is weird, but in a way I like it. In a weird way.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's like recruiting. Recruit spells.
Recruit your secrets.
Glacial Mysteries was I mean, that plus Finja plus a few other things was like a preview for Recruit Yashara.
Yeah, being able to pull things from your deck.
Ouch.
Let's go ahead and listen in now to Team Liquid as they're rolling in some pretty powerful turns.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay, yeah.
If they coin, we have to.
Far right, yeah.
I'm late.
Oh, this might work out, actually.
This would be decent.
This would be really good if it pulls 3. Like,
yeah, because it also gets us closer to the weapon, right?
Yeah.
In a way.
Makes our Kieran Tor is kind of worthless, but...
Wait, let's think.
We could actually just Nova this turn, guys. And then we can coin Blizzard into Blizzard.
Yeah.
5. I don't know, we can just kind of keep them away from minion damage for a long
Like,
time.
we only have Meteors and Flame Strike Pato, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, we have bolts in our deck.
Yeah, and Pato. I mean, Frostbolt.
Frostbolts, Barrier, Nova, Polys.
Don't you guys just want to clear? And then we have Block Monkey.
I want to clear, like I have 1.
Go for it, man.
3.
Yeah, actually we have another 5, right?
Yeah,
like we can even double 5.
I would go for it. Worst case scenario, we take 5. We're still not dead.
I can probably even block Ballet then. Oh my god, Frostnova, can you go away? two games in a row.
I think it's fine to just go for it though.
Yeah. It might not even be bad.
Before Blizzard turn.
You like it?
Stop.
Wait. Player on Meteor. It's not like they can. No, they can't do it actually. Never. But maybe for later.
I'll put the lock in.
I'm late.
Yeah, sure.
That make you feel better?
Sure, way better.
Way better. Alright.
I really like that -5 on their face. That makes me feel better.
Again.
I would do it again.
No
Get away.
Frostnova. Yes.
Thank you.
Woo!
Why didn't you do that the first time? Stupid card.
That's good. We
got
draw
all the secrets.
Yep.
We only have... This is our last secret. Our deck.
Yes, this is the last one. I mean, we just start jamming face. Like they're not really close to Alex or anything, right?
Glacial Mysteries, PogChamp.
And also,
And maybe Bender.
And Bender.
It could also be Block and Bender. I want a Nova here. And I also want to
Isn't that like the
Wait, can we not play Ice Barrier?
Ice Block? This is the last block. There's no way we block here.
No, we have Ice Barrier in the deck, right?
Oh, you wanna... Oh yeah, I can all just block. Barrier, yeah.
Yeah.
Do we really want more freeze? Yeah, I actually agree with that. Let's do that. I can all just in Barrier.
Yep.
We take
What an incredible discovery!
Glacial Mysteries.
Ooh. Yeah, and they said Explosive Runes is the only secret they have left in their entire deck. So
Jeez, just no secrets allowed for Complexity.
And that's a lot of damage. They actually have like a soft lethal setup.
Yeah.
A 4-turn OTK setup for...
3-turn.
3-turn OTK.
Actually, 2-turn. If they play Explosive Runes and Fireball
A 2-turn OTK?
If they Explosive Runes and Fireball. Jeez, you're ruining it. Let's say they play Medivh Valet, take 3 damage, and then they could Fireball ping the next turn. That's in an ideal scenario, though, because they're anticipating bigger plays coming out from their opponent. I want to ask you a pop quiz, TJ.
Pop quiz.
Hope you brought your casting notebook. What do you think was the first recruit effect in Hearthstone? Because I was thinking about Glacial Missions, like, yeah, that was kind of before recruit. But before that, we had Yashiraj. Can you think of any others?
Well, with spells, I can't think of anything before Secret Paladin. With minions, I believe the first one was Finja.
Yashiraj was...
Oh, Yashiraj was Whispers of the Old Gods, yeah. Whispers of the Old Gods. So it was actually Yashiraj, you're right.
I think that Mad Scientist might have been the first recruit effect. I baited you. I actually asked TJ about this.
You baited.
You baited.
Long have we waited.
Whoa! The ping with the Frostbolt and Fireball will pop the Ice Block at 1, and that is going to be a very dangerous position here. How can Complexity buy themselves out of this one? Do they have any other way? Perhaps spell generation for Ice Block.
They needed exactly Ice Block into exactly Alex Strauss. That was the only way they were going to survive. But Team Liquid takes their 2nd win of the series and only their 3rd win over the past couple days. So they've just increased the size of their win total by 50%?
Yeah, even though that they landed, you know, Complexity landed a really good Dragon Sphere to clear the board. It's just the fact that Secret Mage is so good at putting out pressure. And now, this is another deck that we have keeping our eye on. How good is Secret Mage? You saw in the previous series, it dominated the early game. 4 wins in a row to begin the series off. Killing Rogue, killing Shaman and Paladin. Now, Complexity finally gets to answer the Secret Mage and see if they are prepared for that deck, because they brought the Control Mage. I really think that outside of Druid, I think Priest, Mage, and Rogue are the candidates to be banned.
I think they are, yeah. I think those are the top 3. Paladin is strong, but I don't think ban-worthy. And I don't think Shaman is as strong as some of the teams are giving it credit for. Yeah.
Ever.
But we'll see what Complexity has in their tool chest to defeat this Secret Mage.
Mathematic. How much Dungeon Run have you played, DJ? Just out of curiosity. Like, since the expansion comes out.
Since the expansion came out, I think I've done like 4 runs, one of which I got all 8 wins.
Nice.
With a Shaman, actually. Actually got the +1/+1 to all minions. I got the a bunch of those minions that your battle cries trigger twice.
Yeah,
and I got one of the sets that I got with the 3 minions was Mistcaller. So in some turns I was just going ham with my minions being buffed by like +2/+2.
The original Keleseth.
Yeah, the OG Keleseth. And that seemed like really easy. It seemed like I had a ton of value with the elemental package as well. Being able to, and I got Brand, so like being able to trigger like Mistcaller, or sorry, not Mistcaller, and also Calamus the Primal Lord.
Brand Mistcaller, the original Keleseth Shadow Step.
Much more expensive. Much more expensive, but you didn't have to, you just had to make the deck inclusion of Mistcaller instead of no 2-drops. But wow, that opening hand for Team Liquid that's something.
Yeah, and as much as they'd like to keep Doppelgangster Revolve, it's not that kind of match. Oh gosh. Oh jeez. Okay, Team Liquid is looking really good here for Game 7. And if they're able to win this game, then it's 4-3, and then all of a sudden they're right back in it.
It's wide open.
I'm liking their chances this game. Mana Worm Arcanologist has one of the highest win rates in Hearthstone in terms of a 1-2 combo curve. You kind of look at the curve data, things that are comparable. Tunnel Trog Totem Golem.
Prince Keleseth Shadow Step.
Prince Keleseth Shadow Step. Name a more iconic duo.
I can't think of anything
Hero power and emote.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Kieran Tormage plus Secret. Now, Ice Block isn't the secret they're looking for, but the fact is Mana Worm gets buffed by it, and Shaman has no way to check that Mana Worm.
Yeah, Medivh's Valet would be, whoa,
I like
Cold Light Oracle. So I don't think they're running Alaneth with Cold Light Oracle.
It could be that, no, I think they might be doing both.
That's a lot of draw. You deck yourself out quickly.
One thing is for sure is that Team Liquid with a Cold Light has to be playing double Ice Block, which means that they probably are also playing some other defensive burn options. So like they could be playing anything up to Pyroblast to maybe the Frost Nova that we saw from Team Lull. Now, it's not like Team Liquid got to submit their decks after watching Team Lull versus Virtus Pro the previous series. They had to submit the same exact time, so it'd be quite an interesting coincidence. Or perhaps maybe they collaborated because these players were playing with each other yesterday too in between games.
Yeah. Those ideas sort of float around a lot. You know, if one player has like a genius idea, a lot of times they blurt it out because they want credit for it in the long run.
It's true. No, it is true. Dog was talking about Alaneth. He's like, guys, I think you keep Alaneth every single game in your opening hand. And the other guys are like, no, they don't. And by the end of the time watching Dog, they're like, yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do.
And then it's like one of those things where that small tidbit can end up being the reason why you win the game because you're able to spot those situational mulligans.
We have many.
Yeah. Team Liquid going with the very aggressive line of Kieran Tormage. I was thinking you go Arcanologist, and then Kieran Tormage plus your choice of a secret, plus Kieran Tormage again with the choice of a secret. But let's go and listen to CompLexity. They draw a thing from below. Not looking good.
Only play.
Yeah, I agree.
I'll never tell.
I know. I'm gonna play Arcanologist.
Okay.
Or do you want to go with Kieran Tor into Arcan? No, we play Arcanologist.
No, we play Arcanologist here.
Alright, and I trade with the 4-2 or the 3-2?
4-2, I think.
Yeah, 4-2, right?
Yes. Wait.
Positioning doesn't matter.
Maybe we trade with a 3-2 because they want a Jade Lightning.
Yeah, they rather Jade Lightning the Mana Worm, right? If it's a 3-2.
Yeah. So we
opposed to a 4-1.
Okay, so we'll trade with the 3-2. We'll push an extra damage. Seems good.
Yeah, do it. We also don't have that many spells.
It's slightly worse than patches though, but
it's slightly worse than patches, but that's okay.
Wouldn't they have played it last turn?
Patches?
I mean, not just patches, like.
No.
Okay. That's a
Alright, I think we do this.
Ping?
Ping, trade.
Trade or go face?
I like face.
Yeah. I know Saka will have to ping. We could just glyph or something, right?
We kind of have to ping unless we're trading off our 4-1. They use double Maelstrom.
What to do?
I mean, it's weak to patches anyways, is the argument.
Yep.
Kind of like Arcanologist ping.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me too.
Fuck.
An incredible discovery!
Oh, this kills one doppelgangster. They take 4.
It's only one though. Someone's around.
It kills one, yeah, but it's still like very good against Evolve, right? Doppel Evolve.
Face damage is more relevant here.
Yeah, we already have a block up. I mean, we're just gonna win.
It's a race now, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I think so.
We could Mana Tide Ting next turn. If he doppelgangster, but
Well, Gangster, we also take more damage to our face, actually. I think Flame Tongue thing is better. Like that.
Yeah, I think so too.
Everything goes out.
And then we just draw Evolve, actually.
Yeah.
They have counterspelled out into a secret. But whatever.
Okay.
Oh wait, who? So what secret is this? Counterspell, huh?
For the 4-1, yeah?
No, it's not counterspell, right?
Yeah, kill the 4. Yeah, it's either block or it's bender, right?
It's bender?
Block or bender, yeah.
All right, it's starting to really heat up here in this game, and I kind of want to point out something that the chat when we polled said that they strongly felt, like overwhelmingly so, that Mage was favored against a Shaman. If they have a start like that, and Shaman has no plays in their opening mulligan for 5 turns, then yeah, Mage is like super favored.
But every other time.
Generally, I do think Shaman's pretty good against the Mage, primarily because of how they're able to diffuse a lot of their secrets very easily, assuming that they have an average hand.
Twitch chat, you're dumb.
Whoa. Twitch chat. collectively actually is the best Hearthstone player in the world. People ask me who's the best Hearthstone player in the world, and I said it's collectively Twitch chat.
Oh, okay, Twitch chat. I apologize.
Somewhere out there, no matter what like tournament stream I'm watching, someone will spot the right play, and as long as people latch onto that,
then essentially Twitch chat is spotting the right play as an ended.
The problem is like looking for the best plays in Twitch chat. It's kind of like watching an episode of Hoarders. Just, oh my God, there's just so much stuff. Where is it? Where's the right play?
But eventually they get it.
Yeah, they do.
And then it's a satisfying episode.
It's happy endings for
Hoarders is known for its happy ending, Stan.
Well, patches being drawn is definitely not what you want to see. Normally, if you can combine it with the Flame Tongue, it's a good compensation for it. So let's go ahead and listen to Complexity and see what they're going to do.
Because it's hard for them to kill all of our minions, right? I really like Crane's play.
Wait, we could just patches and then trade the 7-5 into 4-3 and throw.
I just don't think they kill all our double gangsters.
I think Crane's play is good. Because the patches kills the 4-3, the 7-5 kills the 2-3, and then...
Yeah, I guess we take less damage to our face in that way,
really
but...
like Crane's play.
A little less damage. Get them boys. Still not the thing. Let's hope they just didn't get like a random AoE here, right? Then we just lose, but... Ah, jeez.
It's the winning play, though.
I mean, if they don't have any AoE there, like Flame Strike or this, or the, then we win, right? We win almost all the time, I think.
So, what are these secrets?
Counterspell and either block or vendor.
Yep. Oh wow, that's pretty good for us. Yeah, that sounds good.
Do that and throw red?
Yep.
Are we sure we need to throw? Like,
what do you mean?
Like keep building a board.
Yeah, like how do they clear red?
Why don't we just play Firefly, Token, Hero Power, Mana Tide?
I like that actually. They can ping, trade one, and have to deal with it. Yeah, I like that.
Wait, why do you not want to throw? It gives us 3 drops. And
4
actually,
and 2-3.
It's so good on the board.
Thrall's actually really good now.
It is, yeah. It would get better next time, but maybe we need to deal with something next time.
Yeah, I think
like otherwise he trades with his 2-2 and our minions, right?
Sure.
Get to upgrade the 0-1 to 4. No.
Frozen heart of the scourge.
What is this?
Someone's the one.
Oh. I have to go face soon.
I think we have to start going face now, yes.
Yep.
Okay. Explosive rune on punch face, fireball face, or do you want frostball face?
We don't want AI, no?
I want AI. I want to explosive rune this turn, but we can AI. Want AI?
So we can only play a ball, the secret, but we can't really play a secret.
The little one as well, Lucky.
Oh, Lucky. And play secret, right? That's the upside. If we AI.
Do you want AI?
Yeah. So we can play the secret.
Yeah. If we miss AI, we just play the secret anyways, right?
What to do?
AI?
Yeah, I like it, I like it.
Play is pretty good. I like secret.
Secret.
I kind of want to kill this. I don't know. It's a lot of damage miss.
Yeah. Secret 5-5 and trade something?
Yeah, you want to trade into the 1-2 or no? You think we need to fight for board anymore?
That's the thing. I'm
No,
not sure. I don't think so.
No, just dome him.
Normal?
Yeah, right?
I'm late.
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie.
The
Hit him in the
Shrieking
head.
Shroom is an interesting card because I thought that it should go in some token decks, and Shaman was a candidate for that. Aggro Druid's another one, but it's also still like in testing, and people haven't figured it out. And, hey, when it summons a Enchanted Raven, then heck yeah, you put it in your Druid deck. Simulacrum.
Not the best.
Yeah, they would love to have a defensive secret like Counterspell, Ice Block.
They could use the Simulacrum to proc the counterspell.
Ooh, I like that.
And then Mana Tide and upgrade something. It just
the choice is mine.
They're just not making their position on the board so much better to where Team Liquid is gonna stop throwing burn at their face.
Right, and we know that Ice Block is one of them. We can assume that Explosive Runes is the other because they just played another secret from hand. Counterspell or Mirror Entity, but it's most likely Counterspell based off the way they played because they tested for it earlier. Here we go, they're evolving.
Fight Promoter.
Oh. Yeah, I thought so. Like, we're talking about how Cold Light Oracle and Ice Block package as well with those Hail Mary outs, like the Frost Nova and the Pyroblast. Wouldn't surprise me if we saw both. Wouldn't surprise me if we saw something else really cheeky, like the Backstreet Leper or the Leper Nova. And Chalky said they couldn't fit it in.
Or could they?
They need 2 turns to get to that Pyroblast if they need to. Right now they have 12 damage from hand plus hero powers over 2 turns. It's looking like they might Cold Light Oracle for the draw.
I don't even know if they need to at this point.
They don't have lethal for the next turn, and they don't have an Ice Block either.
They do have an Ice Block.
Oh, sorry, they don't have a second Ice Block in case something goes wrong.
Well, they could even ping off the Dust Devil here, and their block is still not popped from Bloodlust.
Okay. I like that.
So, like, Medivh's Valet, Fireball, I guess this is sort of similar. It just, instead of killing off more damage, it takes off the opportunity for them to get additional... okay, I like this. Because they're going to ping next turn regardless, so they're taking off as much damage as possible, and as much potential for CompLexity to find some miracle way out of this one.
There are some ways that CompLexity can evolve into armor gain, to life gain.
Nerubian Unraveler.
Nerubian Unraveler is also a possibility. There's like Ragnar's Light Lord. There's friendly bartenders kind of scenarios. Armor Smith.
Just maximizing that potential.
Right.
Fight Promoter would go up to 7. Any 7 mana? I don't know.
Off the top of my head, but I'm sure we'll be able to recognize it once it gets out of the evolve chain here. CompLexity thinking about whether or not they want Mana Tide as a card draw source or if they want it as a 4-mana minion, or maybe even higher. Evolve first. Looks like they value the card draw. Ocarina, Bone Mare, and the Elven Minstrel.
All right, Bone Mare, Ragnaros Light Lord.
They need Rag Light Lord or something along that line.
Nope. They still have 1 more turn to find something, but it just doesn't look very likely at this point that they'll be able to find anything that's going to help them out. And Team Liquid, I wonder if they're going to go for the safer play of Frostbolt to phase and ping it to prevent against some form of healing, like Friendly Bartender, like you mentioned.
Or should they even try to stop Ice Block being popped?
What to do?
Should they even play Cold Light Oracle? Because then they might give their opponent some tools to try to find outs. If you play Cold Light Oracle, they might pick another way to evolve and mess with your game plan.
It's a lot tougher than it looks.
They can't. What's the mana cost of the null token that comes off of Hogarino?
2, I'd imagine.
Okay, so they can't evolve 4 Friendly Bartender, so it seems like...
Well, they could Firefly from their hand.
Oh, you're right.
But let's go and listen in. I want to hear Team Liquid's thoughts as they play into these last couple turns.
Spell for 3 mana that heals for 3, so I kind of want to play around that more.
Oh yeah, that's
I'm just gonna Frostbolt ping his face. Is that okay?
Sure.
All right, that's what I'm feeling right now.
That's more relevant.
That's like on the board, you know. It's like.
It's also hard to get an 8-drop from this board. Like,
let's see if
he has to play like a 7-drop in his hand and then evolve it, or play evolve, in which case pinging doesn't matter.
They can also get the Girth from the, you know, that costs 1 spell extra.
Yeah, the 1 spell extra, but that's only off of
the 2-drop.
Thing, yeah.
So maybe we should have Frostbolt.
Should have killed the 2-drop, right? Ah, we're gonna get punished. Oh no!
Don't say it.
Oh no!
How are we gonna get punished?
They could get the girl, the doomed apprentice.
It's only Baron Geddon. No, Baron Geddon doesn't do it.
No, it's the girl.
Doomed the Doomed Apprentice.
Oh,
I think they're like
crossbow to that. Oh no, we're gonna die.
There are like a lot of things they could get, I feel.
It's Mayor or the girl. They would rather go for Mayor, I think. Mayor.
Yeah, they're less 9 drops, right?
Huh? It's just Mayor, yeah. Mayor is more likely statistically. Alright, we dodged a bullet there, boys.
Oh god. Yes, don't show them a pyro. Nice.
I mean, they know we have a pyro.
Can I use the bathroom real quick? Can I ask someone?
Yeah, type it too.
Team Liquid gets 2 in a row, and now the series is looking a little bit more likely to go to the end of the wire because, there was an opportunity for Shaman to respond, and once again, Shaman does not deliver. Now I think Shaman has a worse win rate than Druid, which is the worst performing deck now in Trinity Finals.
Twitch chat was right.
Twitch chat was right all along.
And we were mean to them.
I was glad I waited to the end of that episode.
Yeah.
Happy ending after all.
Yes, it was. But now it's a maximum of, what, 4 games left to go. And Team Liquid has Mage still for their next game, and Warrior as their backup deck. That's going to have to do some work.
I'm going to make a prediction. If Team Liquid wins one more game, they're just going to take the rest of the series.
Sweep the series?
Yeah. They're not effectively sweeping because they got to win with the Paladin. But I feel like you look at the remaining decks here from CompLexity, if they're not able to win with, let's say, the Warrior, I guess they're going to put up Paladin here. If they can't win with Paladin, Warlock, if they're playing a slow Warlock, that is susceptible sometimes to just fast burn from a Mage, especially Ice Block-oriented Pyroblast lists. And then Warrior can also just get overrun very easily by like those stars because they lost Fiery War Axe as a stabilization tool.
Yeah.
That's going to be a disaster.
I'm waiting for some of these teams to exclude Warrior. Warrior just seems like it's
yeah.
Maybe the Tom Warrior has a place to counter certain decks, but
right.
Shaman hasn't been performing either. I don't know. There's some classes that I don't want to play.
I hope that maybe some of our guys in the back room can actually tally the win percentages soon, because I actually think that Warrior doesn't have a single win in the finals.
There was a Tom Warrior game that was won.
Oh, you're right.
It came down to the 50-50 on
Zari. I remember.
Yeah.
Against the Abomination.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jeez.
It was pretty intense. But I believe that was the only one.
Yeah.
Other than that, we've been seeing it getting steamrolled in some matches that hasn't even been played because one team won or it was either steamrolled and the other team didn't play it. But now it's up to CompLexity to find one of those last 3 decks that they do have between the Warlock, the Paladin, and the Warrior. Which one do they feel like is the best option to go up against this Mage to try and stop this momentum?
It should be Paladin, at least on paper, assuming that they're playing Murloc Paladin because they were yesterday, and assuming that they're playing the same archetypes that they brought to yesterday's matches as well. However, Zoo Warlock I also feel like can fight really well against Secret Mage. And there's a list that was posted earlier today. Although, actually give me a second here, I'm going to pull up some information.
I'm waiting patiently, Dan.
Okay, that wasn't the case. So here's the thing. I know that Amnesiac hit #1 with a Demon Lock.
Okay.
And it's very fast, so people call it Zoo Demon Lock, wherever you want it, whatever nomenclature you want to use. But I wasn't sure if maybe he posted that maybe strategically after the deck list submission time, so that way he helps his friends but still claims his stake at #1 legend. But he posted it last night, so it didn't matter.
Didn't matter.
But I wonder if they looked at those lists and say, well, Amnesiac was able to do really well with it, and he's pretty much one of the big thinkers for the American scene, and they started using that for their Warlock lists.
Yeah, there's potential for that. But you made a good point earlier where Warlock is usually used as a great counter queue deck since it's pretty flexible. So a lot of times Control Warlock is sort of that archetype that fits that mold because you can build it in a way that counters what you want. You can build it super greedy to counter Control. You can build it super anti-aggro to counter some of the faster decks.
Yeah, what's CompLexity going to strike back with? I do feel like we're at that point of the expansion where, because even though the new cards are out, because it's so early on into testing, that people just don't feel comfortable bringing an entirely new archetype. So even though Recruit Warrior and guys like Tice were doing pretty well with it on stream today at high ranks, it's just difficult to evaluate strengths. CompLexity is going to save their Paladin and go for a Warlock counter.
This one's risky. This deck has a ton of burn, and traditionally these faster mage decks with a ton of burn just kill Warlocks.
Well, just burn decks in general tend to work in the same direction, which is to the Warlock's health total. Life Tap, Hellfires, Abyssal Enforcers, and things of that ilk tend to pressure Warlock's life totals so significantly that they have no real way to establish a win condition in time. And this is also a mage deck that can play the long game. A lot of secret mages or tempo mages in general were very all in on the early game board for a while. This is, of course, historically speaking, not talking about the new expansion. To the point where you could drain them of minion damage and then win through that way. However, I want to say that the Blood Reaver Gul'dan and a couple of healing tools can change that. Dark Pact is a heck of a card to restore 8 life in really crucial moments. And we don't know CompLexity's build, but it is implied that it is a slow defensive control Warlock.
Yeah, the Spellstone could also be a way to gain life.
Yes, Spellstone's fantastic. Dark Pact's great. Blood Reaver Gul'dan, everyone knows, is a huge winning condition for Warlock.
They threw away the Mortal Coil. Both Mortal Coils, actually.
Ooh, you can, and they probably know that they're talking about it right now. Like, oh man.
They knew the CompLexity was in the deck too. They knew it was a 2-up in the deck actually. Yeah, but we saw both copies in a single game.
You plan for Mana Worm a lot more often than you plan for CompLexity on turn 1.
That's also true. Team Liquid still doing pretty well with their opening curve. They have a few options here whether or not they want to get the Mana Worm rolling or Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Yeah, Sorcerer's Apprentice is a more immediate damage, while Mana Worm gives you lethal next turn.
It does, yeah. Permotoglyph into Permotoglyph, and that happening approximately 26 times. That's lethal damage. That's a 26-turn OTK.
I like it. It's a good meme. Tainted Zealot is the only form of board presence that CompLexity has right now. And that CompLexity getting in 4 damage is going to be huge, I think, in this game. Let's go ahead and listen to Team Liquid.
I like Glyph face.
So what can they do next turn? 3 mana.
Point out a 4-drop. Right, mouse. Point out a 4-drop. They can play a Tar or something. I don't like double trade. I mean, we could double trade and play sorcerers, and then they could coin Hellfire.
I think I like Glyph Face. Like it also, like it pushes like more damage too, right? Like because
and then next turn, if they just like tap or pass, you can just ping Apprentice.
Yeah. I think it's relevant to like push the damage from the rear. We can get like AI. It's probably very good. Any secret is probably good.
Fireball.
Yep.
Wait, are you sure?
Get Reflection. You play it this turn. Fireball or Reflection, right? Whenever Frozen Cloning.
Runs out on me.
I like Fireball.
I think I kind of like Fireball too.
Yeah. Oh, space. Oh, damn it.
Almost there.
They have the Spellstones though. Like we need minion damage or we need a Lunith. Otherwise we're never getting there.
We got 4 from the lack. They are defiling here.
That's good for us, right?
Yep.
What? No, is it? No, probably not.
No, they don't play that many minions. Like they play a lot of burn. We just gotta, we gotta kill them. Like kill their minions. Well, destroys this one.
All right, next turn, double Fireball. Let's go.
Good thing is that we have a lot of time, right? We have like a lot of time.
We're
actually.
almost there, man. We're actually almost there.
If we draw Fireball, we're there.
What do you think about Hellfire?
Yeah. Like if he gets a 5-drop out, then they probably Fireball it, right? we keep getting 3 damage in.
If we heal 5, we should probably coin the Mistress.
Yeah.
Right, because we kill a 3 health minion with the Despicable.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Yeah,
I don't
I like
think
so too.
I don't think that. I hope they won't be able to burn us out with leaving the 2/2 up. I mean, shouldn't be thinking.
Side effects? No. Trust me.
Alright, good fireball face.
No, then they play the 4 mana 7/7.
Alright, no demon.
Playing right into their Despicable Dreadlord.
Yeah, the Despicable Dreadlord is very bad, but yeah, they have it.
And what are you gonna do? Right. Now I think we play Cabal Crystal Runner.
Yep.
We could go with Fireball, but I don't really.
No, I don't want. I want a Fireball face.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
Pheno
yeah.
I know. All right. The problem here is if they have Spellstone, they heal 5, and then we probably have to end up fireballing this thing.
You just need to draw the weapon, easy.
I honestly don't think we ever Fireball minions here. Like, they even heal for more. That's so bad.
Have in hand whatever they do.
Yeah.
Talking about the heal tools for Warlock, and they've gotten a lot of good stuff in this expansion, and that could be their ticket out. They also have Master Oakheart, which will most likely summon another Void Lord, assuming they don't have another 3-attack minion in their deck. And that can shut down all minion damage, which means Team Liquid would have to win through burn only.
But that's quite easier than it might seem. They have Aluneth and Colette Oracles in the deck, so they will find the burn. And CompLexity has to pressure, because they're going to have to kill Team Liquid before they assemble enough burn, because assembling enough burn is inevitable. They have so much draw in the deck that they're going to get that much.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of, can they find the healing tools spaced in between the burn damage, or can they pressure enough to where they don't have time to find the burn?
Yeah. If they life tap, they're helping their opponents burn them down, but they also need to draw Blood River Gul'dan. Do you play things like the Homunculus in the late game? It's just really hard. Like, they're at 24 right now. They were 26 at the start of this turn. They're feeling good, but, I mean, there's 15 in the hand.
Do they have...
Oh, man.
Do they have Harrison Jones in the deck?
I mean, I think I just go Aluneth and just start burning the face. Team Liquid going to throw Frostbolt because they know that they have so much burn that they need to get it out of their hand. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. So they're going to set up Leaf. This is quite crazy how much burn damage this deck packs. Let's go and listen in now to CompLexity. Not much going for them as they're looking at a deck full of burn.
That's too soon, right? Can they set up a 2-turn?
Wait, we could actually Siphon and play the 2-drop?
Yeah.
Do we have to?
Because, like, if they play Counterspell, we're never gonna get to do it, and we're floating mana anyway.
So Siphon play the 2/2.
Yeah, I think I like that actually.
It's fine for us, right?
Seems about how I play this matchup also. Oh, I did. Alright, let's set up
I like that.
Fireball, big fireball. We can still lose. I don't really think we can lose. Well, we kind of need a secret. How many secrets do we have left in our deck? We have
a lot.
We have 5.
All, right?
We have 5 secrets in our deck.
We did it.
Easy, boys. Wait, can we kill them, like, not show them the pyro again?
If we draw the secret, we can.
No, we can't, can we?
No, if we draw the secret, we can.
Wait, are you sure? Oh, with Lucky.
We have so many.
Okay. Nice.
You are on fire. Excuse me, you are on fire.
Why didn't they queue Paladin into this? They had Paladin.
Because they know that we're Taunt Warrior, and they think it's worthless for Taunt Warrior against Warlock.
Okay, makes sense.
The best chance for Warlock to get a win this series was to beat the Secret Mage, but came up short. Team Liquid has equalized. They were down 3-0, and now we're going into Game 9, tied up.
Yeah, this is coming down to the wire, and even looking at the last remaining decks, I think that you had mentioned it earlier. They thought that their Warlock was the best chance of getting a win against that deck, but I don't think many of their decks are going to be good against, or super good against this Mage. I think that, as you mentioned earlier, which was a good call, if Team Liquid was able to take that match, they might even sweep the whole series. And you know, Team Liquid, this is a much different, like, even atmosphere within their team communication than what we saw yesterday in their match, and even in the first half of this match. They thought that was like an automatic win almost. They were so confident. Even from turn 2, turn 3, they said, we're never killing minions this game. We're burning them out. We're going off base, and we're going to win almost no matter what. And they did.
All I know is that Mage has won 4 games this series and also won 4 games the previous series. And it's been a heavy lifter. Specifically, Secret Mage has also been killing it. At least 3 wins this series, 4 wins the previous series, and 2 teams that brought Control Mage, 1 win at best.
Yeah. And, you know, one of the big things to look at as we move forward in this series and to sort of backtrack a little is sort of the picks and bans coming in. We're going to take another look at picks and bans just to go over things. Priest banned away, not really a surprise there. But the second ban was changed up, and specifically the inclusion was changed up too. Team Liquid banned away the Warlock, which is, I believe, the strategy that Lovelots went with in the match yesterday. And then Shamans were left up and Hunter was excluded. So, you know, this is a big thing to note. Teams were able to resubmit, and they will be able to resubmit again tomorrow. And because of these resubmissions, the strategy's completely changed between day 1 and day 2 for at least Liquid. Maybe even CompLexity as well, as we see their later decks. Because of that resubmission, and maybe because of their losses on day 1. Maybe change their idea of what's good in the meta.
It's funny, right? When we're talking about like how good Warlock is, that you ban it, but then in certain situations you can't get a win. Usually the strength of bans in this kind of format is you take out the decks that are most likely to sweep you because they're good in almost every situation. That's why Priest is one of the biggest bans, because even though you can target Priest, it warrants so much of your lineup to warp around because it has so much sweep potential that you got to kill it off. That's why people ban Druid. And now Mage is looking pretty good with a Mana Worm and a Kirin Tor Mage with Explosive Runes, followed by Aluneth for guarantee card draw if the game goes late. I almost think about 4-keeping this if I'm Team Liquid.
I want to 4-keep this. The only thing is that if they think it's Murloc Paladin, maybe Aluneth is a little too slow. That's the only thing. But let's listen to Team Liquid. I want to hear their thoughts on the mulligans. Actually, you know what? Just kidding.
Yeah, that was admirable. Doing some commentary over the listening. Just a little reminder that Admirable, send your get well cards online digitally, of course, to Admirable, who has lost his voice and can't cast at least for today.
Yeah, and one thing to note is that Admirable actually does a lot here at the Trinity Series. And in fact, he's also our sound guy live during the streams. Yeah. Admirable wasn't here, so we couldn't go to listen in because Dan couldn't get back there fast enough to change the audio over. So
yeah,
he wasn't ready. I apologize, Dan, that you weren't in place. I threw that listen in prematurely.
Yeah, he is also a card architect, able to measure the size, width, and length of draws.
That's right.
Yeah.
It just so happens that he's quite biased against a specific size of draw.
Size does matter when it comes to Hearthstone.
So I've heard. Yeah. So I've heard.
Hydrologists pick up. What secret is even best against Secret Mage? Or does it not really matter because you use it for fodder to just proc stuff?
I think a lot of times you use it for fodder, but a lot of times it's about boarding going wide on board. So I think Redemption I like the best. Getaway Kodo, it's also about tempo. So Getaway Kodo isn't as valuable because you have to spend that mana replaying, and that's mana that the mage can make up for with their big early manas. But this is... Yeah.
Double Explosive Runes shuts down the Murloc War Leader, even though it got buffed. And that is full board control for Team Liquid, where they can play another Explosive Runes, which is going to shut down the Gentle Megasaur for tempo and allow 4 more damage.
Actually, I like this better, because if Sorcerer's Apprentice lives on the board,
you're right.
4,
yes.
They can Explosive Runes Medea's Satellite. But they're thinking, what's going to come out on turn 4? If it's 2 small minions, it's good. If it's Gentle Megasaur specifically, it's not as good, but at least they can trade in Kirin Tor Mage. But I think this is a good pivot once they saw the Sorcerer's Apprentice draw.
That's a good job not tunneling, because a lot of times you think about the play that you want to do immediately, and you ignore the top of the draw. Let's go ahead and listen.
Wait, hold on, Tim. Let me get back to the soundboard.
Okay. TJ's going to go to soundboard.
Just not beatable when I'm into that. I guess if we did hit Rock Pool, it might have been, but...
I want to dome them, like really hard.
Alright. I like the dome plan. Let's go face.
We're almost there again.
It worked out for us last time, right?
I mean, we have this card. There's like literally no way we can... It's insane.
It's because the game panned out this way, guys. Don't get excited, okay?
No, this card already won us the game. Right when it was in our mulligan,
I
knew we were going to win. Look, it's not doing anything now, but just you wait. It probably still won't do anything.
Crane told us in breakfast that she thought every time you draw 3 cards, it loses a charge.
Oh my gosh.
And he said that, like, she didn't know that yesterday. Like, when they played the game, she thought it would start losing charges.
It would be insane if it did that. It'd be better.
It would be better.
It would be a lot better.
It would be a lot
Every
better.
mage would play it.
Yes.
There's the secret.
Oh, they're
So
baiting
like,
the
it's not
counter
spell. All right.
You're gonna
So
get smacked.
Got the information. Oh no. That's not good. That's bad.
They probably even have to trade the Kirin. That's so desperate, man.
Alright, I'm gonna attack with this 2/3.
Yep.
I'm probably gonna
5, 6.
I'm gonna play this.
Yeah, we just set up lethal like in over 2 turns, right?
I wanna kill this.
Why?
Wait, if it's redemption, it sucks. Let's just go face.
Yeah, just go face and pink face. So we set up like over 2 turns. They can't kill us in 2 turns, right?
Okie dokie. I like the way you think.
We can't even play a Luneth. Like, I think it's more likely to draw lethal from that, right?
No, we'd probably just pain.
Are you sure with pink?
I don't know, actually. I don't want to kill this first half of it. Alright, I think we just kill him.
I think we just kill them, dude. It sounds great.
But...
Oh, carry.
Yeah, you know, I'm really good at drawing that mana.
I was the firm believer of this deck. I was the firm believer.
Absolutely disgusting. Team Liquid has won 4 in a row with Mage, and I'm putting the rest of the teams on notice. If you're not looking at Mage as a potential deck to either counter or ban, you're going into day 3. If you are going to day 3, you're in for a bad time.
Deck's cleaning up, Dan. Deck's cleaning up. And also to add on to Fino's story about Crane, he thought all of these 0 attack legendary weapons used up a charge, and he when they used their effect. And also, he was so convinced that that was the case, he was about to raise his hand, call for an admin, and say that the game was bugged yesterday when they didn't lose a charge. That's what he said.
Yeah.
So pretty funny. But they don't lose a charge, and actually they said it would be better if they lost a charge, because then I guess Harrison Jones would be better, and also you could actually get rid of the weapon if you were drawing too many cards at a certain point. So, but it is not the case.
Here's a question, TJ, because Secret Mage is actually pretty good against Highlander Priest. Is it quite possibly, in terms of its matchup spread, the best deck in the game right now?
It's hard to tell.
Just from the first 2 days of meta that we've seen.
I think so, and it's not refined. Granted, Secret Mage and you know, aggressive mages in general are limited on what cards they can include, because you have to have, you know, Kirin Tor Mage, Medivh Valet, Mana Worms, Fireballs, Frostbolts, Primordial Glyphs. You have to have that whole suite, but there's like 6-ish cards, 5 or 6 cards that you can float around with. We're seeing Cold Oracles, Pyroblast from Team Liquid. Earlier on in the day, we saw Frost Novas from Team Lovelylots.
Oh no!
It's Big Warrior!
It's Recruit Warrior! Oh, what? Pretty sure I saw Total Biscuit play a deck like this 2 years ago on his YouTube channel. It was like, just click Legendary and put every single minion in his deck.
Yeah. Admirable, I know, played this a lot too, except he did with Paladin, the 30 Legendary Paladin deck.
Gather your party. Unidentified shield is the 15 armor, is it? Shield? No, it's the Firelands. It's the Firelands portal for 6.
Yeah. Well, instead of summon a minion, it gains 6.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's pretty hard to come back from if Team Liquid can't answer this immediately.
So,
because they're gonna Frostbolt to stop the Blood Razor.
Yeah. Now,
Incredible discovery.
the big warrior, recruit warrior, however you want to call it, doesn't have too many defensive legendaries. Sleepy Dragon has been making its way in because you can get out Deathwing Dragon Lord, and then when it dies, you can pull Sleepy Dragon.
Yeah.
That's
AKA TJ.
Yeah, I'm very much like a big Sleepy Dragon. If only the Sleepy Dragon had 20 health.
One can dream.
One can dream. That's right.
Yeah.
But real story is CompLexity is quite dead.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and listen in and see if Team Liquid can stack the advantage or CompLexity will make a comeback.
We're doing the Frostbolt play, right?
I like it.
I like the Frostbolt play.
It could also be cool, but it plays around the weapon. I like it.
What do you think?
Now I think I like it.
All right. I like it also.
Wait.
Okay.
Coin weapon, they can't attack. So yeah, it's good because they also can't attack.
They can't set up a sleep.
And they can't set up the second like we're going to go off, right?
Let's do it. We're going in, boys.
Okay.
Someday I'll be just like you.
Love it. I love it.
Oh. It's interesting, right? How does it work?
Choose them the 3-2, we take 4, and then we weapon down, and then we self-coin.
I like the shield slam.
What about playing weapons and next turn chip block shit slam?
No, I want to save the coin.
No, because like next turn we don't get a second weapon whirlwind anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it clears
because
though?
it can't hit now. No, we clear 1 and then we have to shield slam.
Yeah, actually I agree. Yeah.
I think it's just shield slam.
Yeah.
And they would have played the secret here if they wanted to 5-5.
But we also at the point where they want to play 5-5, we should have execute. Also, using coin is sketchy versus.
We have many
versus them, right?
On this curve, so baby, right?
We can manage.
Let's play the Blood Racer, right? And
Top
hit
deck one?
No.
No, it's the left one. We probably play around Corner Spell next turn, right?
I think I like jamming this.
Yep.
Oh, block.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I think I want to do that. Yeah, that seems better.
That seems a bit better.
Let's do that.
Good, we can also ping the 2-7 so they don't get armor. They play it.
I think they're most likely gonna execute now, like coin, but they also waste the coin. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because they can't really like.
They might
just
play the
execute,
5-9.
right?
They like punch into the 2-3, play the 5-9.
No, you don't play Seal Slam in Don't Warrior though.
That's true.
Ah, maybe they did because they played the 2-mana thing, the 2-2 that like gets you
I
armor.
don't think so though. That seems sketchy, right?
It does, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's quite definitely.
It's not Bender, right?
Oh yeah. You're right.
Could do that. But then we still attack, right? That makes execute worse.
No, we have Blood Racer.
Yeah, and we curve out.
I mean, I'd like getting the armor out of hand.
We know for sure it's not Bender, right?
Yeah.
We saw the block, yeah.
Yeah. We should have done it the other way.
He'll be fine.
It's block and the kill your minion thing.
Yeah. The kill your minion thing.
I'm playing this card with that card.
Oh boy.
Oh, I'm playing these two.
Yeah, just play the cards.
Yeah. We always have a tiara. We're so pretty.
I want the Christmas tree though.
You want a Christmas
Oh,
tree?
so now I think they're gonna go YOLO. No, they can't. They know how counterspell now, right?
No.
It's
counterspell's huge draw.
So they
actually.
can't play the recruiter minion, right?
Cards we have left. Thank gosh we're running Cold Light Oracle. So good. I'm so happy with it. I know we haven't drawn it, but like it's just so reassuring that we have that in our deck.
CompLexity gonna continue to stall because they don't know if they can play this Gather Your Party. They've been waiting for so long, and the whole point of Gather Your Party is to cheat the mana curve, but it seems like by the time they'll play it, they can just play regular minions.
Yeah, maybe they could fit in an armor up. That's the only sort of saving grace.
Yeah.
Gonna test, get the counter spell out of the way. They always have the weapon to attack in, but that's 4 extra damage.
Right.
Now at 12 health, and Dog's loving this deck. He's just chilling, relaxed back in his chair, jamming some Hearthstone games.
Oh, man.
And finding some burn.
Yeah, thinning the deck out, another counter spell, stop maybe some armor gain or stop another minion. But CompLexity finally has a little bit of breathing room.
A tiny bit of breathing.
That was one of the minions they wanted to pull.
Ah, man. So the top end, probably Yashraj, Deathwing Dragon Lord, Sleepy Dragon, Grom we saw. What else? Are there any defensive big minions that you can get?
Lich King.
Lich King, yeah. It's defensive, but is there a way that they can like gain health with a minion? I don't know. But let's go and listen into Team Liquid and see how they want to try and plan out lethal damage over the next couple turns.
So like life gain.
Lunith is lethal. Lunith is the nuts.
Lunith is the truth.
GG.
Oh my god, I don't believe we win this series, dude.
Nice. Dog easy.
Yeah. See, the deck's pretty good when you draw Mana Worm. It's pretty good when you draw Mana Worm Archaeologist, right?
Team Liquid defeats CompLexity and sends them home. Staying alive to day number 3, and history has been rewritten from the Season 1 finals. CompLexity was the one losing early and climbed back all the way from losers to take it down, and they beat Team Liquid for 4th place in Season 1. Now, the tables have turned.
That's right, and all the way back from a pretty big deficit. Team Liquid even said themselves, I can't believe we won this series. They were down, what, 4-1?
They were down 4-1.
At a certain point in this game, and from there, they just won 5 games in a row. And all the 3 remaining teams are on blast now, because that mage deck is shaping the meta single-handedly, I feel. Now, granted, there was a lot of Mana Worm Archaeologists. I don't know if the deck's as consistent as it may have shown today, but
they had games where they won where they didn't draw that.
True.
And it was because they had things like Aluneth and Cold Light Oracle with Pyroblast. They set themselves up in case they don't draw it because they have a late game plan. A lot of the tempo decks that are aggro mages tend to be so dependent on the early game start that they don't have as good of a late game plan. But when you have a lot of stalls with Ice Blocks and Pyroblast, maybe it's either 2 things have to happen. One, you either have to address mage in the lineup, specifically have like bans or picks prepared for it, or you have to have counters to it like secret technology. Eater of Secrets might make an appearance tomorrow.
That's a definite possibility. But, you know, maybe not with Hunter being excluded by a lot of the classes. You're only really targeting one thing. Maybe you get a soft, like, little bounce over into Paladin.
TJ, Spell Hunter is a thing, and Flare is a card that destroys secrets. I'm not saying that it's a good card. I'm not saying it's a good scenario, but if you want to set it up, Shaman's doing very bad. You can have Hunter set up in your lineup to specifically take out the mages and have Flare. You can even have redundancy and have double Flare Eater of Secrets if you really want to go against your no minion plan.
Yeah.
But I like that idea.
Yeah, but CompLexity's run has ended. They will not be repeat champs. Team Liquid still some work to do at the beginning of the day tomorrow. They're not in the grand finals yet. As you can see, they'll face off against Virtus Pro.
All right, well, here you go. Team Love You Lots started off with a 6-1 victory, and if you look at their score, they've dominated the field. They said they felt prepared going into the event, saying that they felt like they were going to do well, but were they going to go 12-2 over the course of the first 2 days? No one thought that, not even themselves, and they have completely surprised everybody else with their tech. And then going to the second match, we had Team Liquid versus CompLexity. They were able to just find the burn. So many games. It began with this game when they were able to answer the Control Mage with Secret Mage. And did CompLexity have an answer to it? They tried. It was destruction after destruction. First the Control Mage, then the Shaman, and then what? The Warlock tried to come on the deck. It was just an absolute destruction. And something I had to think about too is, was there opportunities for CompLexity to do anything different?
Why didn't they queue Paladin?
Team Liquid is waiting with TJ for a couple words on the victory.
Yeah, thanks very much, Dan and TJ. But I'm joined here by Team Liquid. Big win for you guys, all the way down from a 4-1 deficit. How you guys feeling?
We feel good, I guess. You know, it's always good to win.
Winning feels good.
Does it?
I forgot how it felt for a while, so it's refreshing.
Yeah, you know, all the way back from you guys started the Trinity Series final with what 1 and 10 or 2 and 10 as your total game score, but now you guys are riding momentum. Now that sort of this mage deck is out of the bag, not only for you guys but for Love You Lots, how are you feeling going into day 3? Are things gonna change up for the 3 teams remaining? What do you think?
I think Team Lul is like very confident with what they're playing. I don't know if I think VP is like also confident with what they're playing, but I don't think it's that good. But you know, like everything can change like from day to day, like in such an early stage of the expansion. So you never know.
How much did you guys prep last night for today? You know, did you guys just try and take it easy and rest and work on that, or did you guys really like go hard and sacrifice some sleep in order to get some decks?
We prepped all day till we basically fell asleep.
Okay.
Couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, we also talked about like we knew that CompLexity would copy what Lul did, but we weren't 100% sure because we know Crane respects a lot Jade Druid, so we weren't 100% sure. But it seems like they went with full Team Lul, I guess.
Is this sort of a unique experience for you guys being in a tournament? It's so close to a set release, and also being able to resubmit decks every day. How does the tournament experience feel like? Is it cool? Do you wish you had more time? What's it like?
It feels like the tournament meta has already developed into this like little niche thing, like within this own tournament. I don't think other tournaments will look like this, but it just seems like everyone's running that corridor creeper card, and it's just like a very heavy tempo battle, right? I don't know. It's really close to the expansion day. I've never played a tournament so close, so it's like really hard to distinguish what's good in the meta. Like when we were prepping last night, I was like, I honestly have no idea what's good. So let's copy some ideas. Let's, you know, try to make things work.
Yeah, I feel it's very good because like you can really get an edge like right now. For example, like Team Lul, like I think they had a huge edge just from the decks they played, right? It might look that they got lucky like against us, for example, like, but they had like the better decks, so you know, it doesn't feel as bad losing to that because you know they did something better than you. Yeah.
Well, I won't ask you to reveal it, but do you guys have anything, maybe any ideas of corridor creeper counters? Because it seems to be dominating, and it's hard card to play around because you can manipulate it and play it on a turn where you're getting the most tempo out of it. Anything in your brains?
I think Team Lul just made it look like way too good. Like I think it's a good card. I think it will have like a very big impact on the meta, but I think it's manageable. I don't think it's something like insane, you know?
Yeah, you need tempo early, right? You need like a 1-drop into a 2-drop. Otherwise, it's just a dead card in your hand most of the time, and the other team just snowballs. So, yeah.
All right. Well, thanks to the quick series early in the day from Team Lul, you guys have a little bit extra time to prepare today. So, congratulations on your win, and
thank you.
And good luck tomorrow. But let's go and take one last look at the bracket as we move into the final day. Love You Lots is waiting in the grand finals, and because they came from the winners bracket, they'll have that 1-game advantage. And they'll be going up against the winner of Virtus Pro and Team Liquid, which will happen first thing on the final day of Trinity Series Season 2 tomorrow. But it's been a fantastic day here in the Trinity Series Catacombs. We'd like to give a big thanks to Intel, Twitch, and of course ESL for helping us out along the way in making the Trinity Series possible. But that's going to do it for us here today. Join us tomorrow, same time, same place, for the finale of Trinity Series Season 2.
You guys seeing this?
Game, record, and stream without compromise. Only on Intel Core i7.